junior. Number 81, Chase Gawecki. He is a 190-pound junior. And number 97, Dooley Caulfield, a 200-pound junior. Your starters up front for the North Central Knights. Lineups brought to you by Three River. Well, Steve, for North Central to kind of hang with Plainview, stay in this one early. Again, it's trying to control the clock, churn out some first downs, get that running game established, and work off that, whether it's some play action or some bootlegs or things like that to get Zach Swanson in space and try to find some receivers. But it all has to start with them being able to make Plainview respect the running game.
Got to have time up front in order to do that, and you're right. If they don't, they're going to, chances are they're going to bring the house. And in fact, I look for Plainview to set 7 in the box, if not more. They might just set all of them, all 8 within 3 yards of the ball and fill the gaps and say, run at us if you can.
Well, you mentioned they got a big kid at safety in Brendan Weber, 205 pounds and a junior, but he's an athletic player. You can just see it as he warms up, and they're going to have him in that defensive backfield, kind of that run safety spot. So if he heads toward the line of scrimmage with a head of speed, just be careful.
Yeah, be careful
there. So
key word, be careful.
Well, that's a look at this one as we're about ready for the national anthem and the introduction of the starting lineups here tonight. Can tell you over on AM 14, FM 106.3, and KBRB.net, we have one match in that volleyball triangular hosted by the Ainsworth Bulldogs in the books. And it was Ainsworth picking up a nice 25-23, 25-20 victory over Gordon Rushville, a team I believe was 7-3 coming into tonight. So a nice win for Ainsworth. Gordon Rushville now playing Cody Kilgore. And then it will be Ainsworth coming back on the floor to take on the Cowgirls. So that's over on AM 14, 106.3. KBRB.net tonight, high school volleyball. Tomorrow, we will have a football day-night doubleheader on FM 92. It will be Stewart and Brady, AM 14, 106.3 in the web. It's homecoming at Ainsworth. The Bulldogs take on Niobrara Verdigris. That's tomorrow. Come back with a kick on KBRB after this.
Count on your New Holland dealer, Sandhill Equipment of Bassett, to answer all of your farm equipment needs. They pride themselves on a hard-earned reputation for fair prices and unparalleled service. Visit them online at sandhilleq.com.
Concrete is the cornerstone of many building projects. Stewart Concrete, with locations in Atkinson, Stewart, and Valentine, can mix cement and water with all the ingredients to make the right concrete for the job. This much for you from Stewart Concrete, serving you from Stewart, Atkinson, and Valentine. Call 402-924-3644.
Make your lawn the envy of the neighborhood. Morrison Underground Sprinkler Service of Bassett. Matt and Trish will provide you with a free no-obligation estimate for underground sprinkler installation. Plus, they service and repair existing systems too. Phone 402-684-3558.
Don't overload your brain circuits trying to find a qualified electrician. Make one call to Painter Electric, Randy Painter of Springview. Professional, affordable, and experienced. And he has a local phone, 402-497-2086.
Rural healthcare from rural roots. Better healthcare for your family, from clinical, obstetrical, emergency room to home care. Greater Sandhills Family Healthcare with convenient locations in Bassett, Stewart, and Atkinson.
Whether to or from the ball game, call timeout at Scott's Place in Bassett for a tank of Conoco regular, super, or diesel fuel. Bases, loaded pizza, deli sandwiches, your favorite pop or beer. Scott's Place Conoco at the junction of Highway 20 and 183 has videos, Nebraska Lottery, and Powerball, too.
Well, Steve, Plainview won the toss, and they want to put the offense right out on the field. They did not want to defer their choice to the second half. They want to put Tanner Fromm and company right out there to start.
Yeah, and most of the time you'll see a team defer, but I think that speaks to maybe what they want to try to do tonight, assert themselves on offense. I know you expect to score on that opening drive, and you know what? If the North Central Knights can bow their neck and make a statement here, it could set the tone.
Well, we will keep an eye on this North Central defense. Again, missing a couple of starters as Tate Miller out and Hunter Craven out. They were both injured in that loss last week against Riverside. I tell you what, Steve, it's a much more pleasant evening to call a high school football game than it was a week ago here at this time, as we were about 95 degrees last week at Kickoff. It is just a very pleasant 77 currently, with not a lot of breeze out there. The flag pretty limp, so it's just a beautiful early fall, late summer night.
Very nice
for football. So had some rain last Friday during our broadcast. We were teeth chattering for an afternoon game after sweltering through a Thursday night game. So what a difference 12 hours made last week. And again, we could be in for some rain tomorrow, hoping to get that afternoon game in before that would make its way through the north central part of the state. But the Ainsworth-Niobrara Verdigris game, there's probably a chance for some shower activity.
I think when I was looking at the extended forecast, maybe later on in the day.
Well, it looks like the Knights will be going from right to left from the black-clad Knights. They'll be going from north to south, as we call it here, from the east side press box at Rock County High School. Knights in their black uniforms, black helmet with the white numbers and letters. Plainview will be in its road white uniforms, white pants with the red numbers and sleeves, and the red helmets and the white P on the helmet. The Pirates at 2-1 on the season, and it will be the North Central Knights at 0-3. So the Knights will kick away to get things started. Oh, we won't go that way. It will be the Knights going from left to right, from south to north, as we call this first half, when it will be the Pirates receiving, going from right to left, from north to south. Looks like we're having some sign issues, Steve. All right, thank you, Mr. Camp. KBRB sign wanted to blow away, apparently, even though there's not much wind blowing. So got to get some better duct tape, I guess.
Just hot air.
All right, we are ready to go. It will be the Knights kicking away, and it looked like it will be Zach Swanson to kick off for North Central. And back deep for the Pirates will be Brendan Weber, as well as Spencer Hill. Swanson's kick, low end over end. It's going to come to a bounce about the 15, and is picked up there by Weber. He's going to bounce it out to the left, and he's got the corner before he's forced out of bounds by Kotzer, as well as getting in there for the stop for the North Central Knights, Dylan Benamarito. But that's a good return for Weber, and he's going to start the Pirates at about the 37-yard line. So nice return around that left side.
Young man had a head of steam, didn't he, Greg?
Picked that one up on the right side of the field at about the 12-yard line, and cut up about 5 yards, and then bounced it all the way around the left side. So now we'll see Tanner Fromm and company from the shotgun back to the right. They were handed off, and there's Jackson Halleck to rip down the running back for the Pirates, Leighton Medina. Good play, crashing in from the left defensive end spot. Jackson Halleck, we called his name a bunch last week, and he will hold Medina to a gain of 1 on first down.
Absolutely did a nice job of fighting off his block and came downhill.
Pirates going quickly. They're going to keep it with Fromm. He's trying to get around that outside. Good job by Branson Anderson, and he finally brings him down and had to twirl him around a couple times. Fromm picked up a couple of extra yards, but a nice open field tackle on that right side of the offense, left side of the defense for Branson Anderson from that outside linebacker spot. Fromm will pick up about 6, and it'll set up 3rd and a long 3, short 4 for Plainview. Football in the North Central Territory, just shy of the 36-yard line. They need the 33 for a first down. So 3rd and a long 3.
Yeah, it looked like number 44, Cade Eichler's down for the Plainview Pirates.
And our injury timeouts on KBRB are brought to you by Rangeland Rehab. And at Brian Doak and Company, they've got the new shop here in Bassett as well. Rangeland Rehab, Main Street in Ainsworth, and in Bassett, your first choice for exceptional care. 387-1600, rangelandrehab.com, or check them out on Facebook. They are working on the young man down on the field for Plainview. It does look like Caden Ickler pulling on some toes, so we're going to take a quick timeout. Come back with more in a scoreless early drive for this football Thursday night on KBRB.
Doing what's right yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Investing in our local communities is not a one-and-done project. At GJW LLC and Sandhills Elite Genetics, they take their responsibility to produce safe food seriously, doing their best for people, pigs, and producers.
Ickler able to make it off the field under his own power, but kind of walking it off over on the Pirates sideline. He is the starting tight end for this Plainview team, also a starting linebacker. He's a put-together young man, 170 pounds, just a sophomore. So now it is a 3rd and long 3 situation for the Plainview Pirates here in our opening drive from Rock County. Fromm will go to the shotgun. He brings the player in motion. They'll hand it on the jet sweep. They've having to cut it up now, reverse field. Jackson Halleck's got a hold of him and gets some help from the teammates, and a great job by the North Central defense defense stringing that out on the carry by Carter Lingenfelter. He was trying to run the jet sweep around the right side. Bo Weebelhouse stopped him from doing that. He tried to cut back around to the right, and he was corralled by Jackson Halleck, who got a handful of jersey until help would arrive, and no gain on the play. And it will set up 4th down and 3.
Really nice play by Jackson Halleck again.
Fromm will go to the shotgun as Coach Schmidt shows no signs of bringing the punt team on. They're going to flip a little pass out to the flats, and that is caught. And that's the big guy, Brendan Weber, the 205-pound junior. They played off of him, and on 4th and 3, they just flipped it out there into the flats.
He was not covered, Greg. That's a blown assignment. He absolutely was not covered. Nice recognition on behalf of Fromm to see that.
And take it all the way to the 17-yard line. That's a pickup of 16 on an easy pitch and catch. Now they will run the read option, and it will be Fromm keeping it, bounces it outside. He's got the first down. He's got the end zone. Touchdown, Tanner Fromm from 17 yards out, and just like that, the Knights 3 good downs to force a 4th and 3, but then a blown assignment, leaving a receiver uncovered on the left side for an easy pitch and catch, and then a zone read that quarterback Tanner Fromm keeps around the right side. Got the edge, and that was all it took. And the Pirates are on the board. Now they line up for 2. Zone read again. Fromm keeps, and he is going to make it into the end zone before he's tripped up. The Knights are really crashing on the running back in that zone read, and a couple of times Fromm's just made the right call. And he's stuck it out of the belly of the running back and took off around the right side. Gets the 17-yard touchdown and the 2 points. And the Tri-County Bank scoreboard has Plainview striking first, 8-0 with 10:15 to go in the opening quarter of football.
Terps Automotive, located on Main Street in Bassett, is a proud Napa Auto Parts dealer. Your Napa Auto Parts store is where you get the good stuff for all your vehicles, from repairs to accessories. Terps Automotive in Bassett.
Shop more, pay less at G&V's Market. They always help you stay ahead of your budget by offering the finest quality and great value. Make sure to check out this week's sales flyer. For the best service, selection, and savings, shop locally owned G&V's Market in Bassett.
Well, we welcome you back here to Rock County High School. Knights force a 4th and 3, but a completion for 16 yards, and then the 17-yard touchdown run by Tanner Fromm puts the Pirates on the board first. It will be Carter Lingenfelter to kick it away for the Pirates. Knights have a couple of backs standing at their 10-yard line. It looks like Pruitt back there along with Chase Concert will come on the ground to Concert at the 10. He loses the handle, gets it back 15, and he is swallowed up about right there at the 17-yard line. Leighton Medina in there to make the tackle on Concert, and the Knights will start from about their 17 on their opening drive.
Well, let's see what the Knights do now, Greg. Let's see if they come out in that tight formation or if they look to spread the field.
Well, it's similar to what we saw last week. North Central would string together a couple decent or 2 or 3 decent defensive plays in a row, but then would give up a chunk play and then a big play following. So the Knights will come out with 1 wide receiver, Benamarito to the near side. Swanson in the shotgun will hand it to Pruitt, and he breaks it inside. Good run by Pruitt. He's tripped up as he tries to get into the secondary. It was Fromm coming up to trip up Pruitt, but boy, nice read by Gavin. He tried to go outside, saw there were 2 Pirates there, so he cut inside of his blocking end and was able to take it out to about the 25-yard line for an 8-yard pickup. Good vision.
Good positive yards. You know, Coach Ritchie in the offense will take 8 yards on first down every time. Keep you from being behind the chains, Greg.
Pruitt picks up 8 on a nice run. Knights will go to the double tight end I formation. Fullback is offset. They'll pitch it to Pruitt. Working left, cuts inside a block from Weebelhouse and is tripped up as he picked up the first down. Tried to get into the secondary. Somebody got just a heel and knocks down Gavin after a gain of about 4 yards out to the 29. But the Knights, 2 runs and a first down.
Positive yards.
Plainview scored on their 43-yard drive to start the ball game, converting a 4th and 3, and then a 17-yard touchdown from Tanner Fromm. And again, you have Ickler still on the bench, trying to kind of walk it off over here on the sideline. He's got an ankle or something that's bothering him. He's usually a starting linebacker. In motion comes Anderson. They'll hand it off to Pruitt. Got a little hole, but then it fills up quickly. Good job filling that hole from Tanner Fromm.
Yeah, he came
Not
up.
just a quarterback. Turns
No.
out he can play on the defensive side, too.
Yeah, he came out and put a hat on Pruitt there for sure. Filled the hole.
Yeah, it was. There was a hole opened up in the middle of that line of scrimmage, and as Pruitt tried to hit it, Fromm came up from that middle linebacker spot and was just right there to take down Pruitt for no gain. So it's been 3 Gavin Pruitt runs thus far. 8:35 to go in our opening quarter of football. 2nd and 10 North Central from their own 29-yard line. Knights will send trips to the near side of the formation with Benamarito, Anderson, and Pruitt. Swanson back to throw, swings one out to Pruitt, juggles it, and is pounded down
Boy.
immediately by Spencer Hill.
Yeah, that was, there was one defender out there, one defender on 3 receivers. They have got to make sure they contain that one defender out there, Greg. He's the one who fought through the double team and made the tackle.
Yeah, they were trying to get the receivers to kind of serve as lead blockers on that little swing pass, but Hill was having nothing to do with that. The 170-pound junior comes in and makes the stick on Pruitt. So now 3rd and 10. Knights behind the chains after that initial first down. They'll send twins to the near side of the formation, Benamarito and Anderson. And now we're going to have a whistle, and it looks like a timeout taken by the North Central Knights with 7:39 to go in the opening quarter. Our Tri-County Bank scoreboard, it is Plainview leading here from Bassett tonight by a score of 8-0.
A profitable livestock operation depends on the health quality of your herd. Kickoff Vet Service, Dr. Angie Painter, Springview, specializes in reproduction ultrasound of cattle and horses. For health care of large and small animals, contact Dr. Angie Painter of Kickoff Vet Service, Springview, 402-497-3574.
For proven, dependable, efficient, and long-lasting diesel power units, visit with the friendly folks at Northern Plains Supply. They're your Isuzu dealer in this area. That's Northern Plains Supply of Bassett.
Well, North Central spends a timeout before this 3rd and 10 play. See what the Coach Ritchie and company draw up with the Knights facing 3rd and long at their own 29-yard line. They need just shy of the 40 for a first down. They will send Pruitt at the running back spot. He tried to go with a little wildcat, and he is swallowed up by the nose tackle. Kason Martins blew through the line. They were going direct snap to Pruitt and wanted him to just kind of pick his way with an extra blocker, and that did not work out as the 340-pound senior nose just swallowed him up for a loss of about 3 yards.
Yeah, he was in the backfield before they knew what was going on.
So it looks like it'll be Swanson going into a punt formation. It will be, I believe, back there Spencer Hill to receive the punt. The punt is away, a good one. End over end comes down to Hill at the 25-yard line. Branson Anderson couldn't quite corral him. A flag comes out as Hill is swallowed up at about the 33-yard line. Pruitt in there along with Bo Weeblehouse. And in there to make the tackle for the Knights was Atwood Albright.
I think we're probably going to have a hold.
Branson Anderson got down there immediately and had a chance to get a hold
Made him
of
change
Hill,
his
and
direction.
kind of slowed him down and allowed the rest of the Knights to get down there. And there will be indeed a hold, our first penalty of the contest. So the Knights pick up 1 first down on their opening drive and then have to punt. So it will be first down at the 22-yard line after they march out to 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So Plainview leading 8-0, 6:55 to go in our opening quarter here from Bassett. Final home game at Rock County for the Knights. They fake a little out and up play. They've got Weber, nice over the shoulder catch.
Boy, what a
Brendan
throw.
Weber on a beautiful throw from Fromm. Just laid it right over the top of his shoulder pads and right into his waiting bread basket. And he hauls that one in from the 22. He will take it. Let's see where they mark it. It'll be in Knight territory at the 35-yard line. That's 23 yards on a perfectly thrown pass.
That was. He dropped that right in the bucket, Greg. Nice.
Pretty good
It was good
coverage.
defense. Yeah, just really good play.
And we've got a whistle movement before the snap. This one looks like it will cost the Pirates 5 yards. False start is indeed the indication. So a couple of first quarter penalties now for Plainview. But the Pirates moving it and from the air and on the ground as they are prone to do. They average about 140 yards a game throwing the football and about 240 yards a game running the football. This is a good Plainview offense. The Pirates 2-1. They will send twin wide receivers to the far side of the formation, one wide receiver to the near side, Fromm on his own. Back to throw, now looks over the middle on a little crossing route. That one is caught, broken tackle. Down the sideline goes Lingenfelter. Finally knocked down by Kotzer and Benamarito, but not before another big gain from midfield. That's going to go all the way inside the north central 15 to about the 10-yard line. That's going to be 30 more from this time to Lingenfelter.
Yeah, there was a Knight on the corner that had a shot at him after about a 10-yard gain, but just couldn't bring him down.
Back to throw. They flip it out in the flats to Weber. Boy, he is a load, and he's going to get past his defender and take it into the end zone for the 10-yard touchdown. And that is just a big fella moving quickly. Brendan Weber, you want to talk about an athlete, as he's not a small young man, but he's got some quickness, and the 205-pound junior takes it in from 10 yards out. His third catch of the quarter, he's already almost 50 yards receiving, and another touchdown for the Pirates. Now they'll run the option. Fromm tries to cut it back inside. Flag down. Nice job by the Knights. They get that one stuffed on the two-point try. Penalty, I believe, is against Plainview. They're looking at North Central to indeed decline. It is a hold. So the two-point try, no good, but Plainview gets on the board again. This time a 10-yard touchdown strike from Tanner Fromm to Brendan Weber, and the Pirates lead at 14-0 on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard midway through quarter number 1 on KBRB.
Lewis Nursery of Springview offers North Central Nebraska customers a wide variety of flowers and vegetables. Lewis Nursery, located along East Highway 183 in Springview. David appreciated your patronage this past season, and when it's time to plant your garden in the spring, remember Lewis Nursery of Springview.
Your first choice for exceptional care is Rangeland Rehab, with locations in Ainsworth and Bassett. Physical therapist Brian Doak, along with professional staff, are trained on many techniques to help improve mobility and decrease pain. For appointments, call 402-387-1600. When you have construction needs of any type, contact Dave Knitzel of Town & Country Construction in Bassett. Hard work, honesty, and integrity are all trademarks of Town & Country Construction of Bassett. Proud supporter of the North Central Knights.
We welcome you back here on KBRB. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for the Plainview Pirates here in a 14-0 lead over the North Central Knights. The ball in the air, low line drive kick. It gets past Pruitt, and it's going to fall at the 1-yard line, so Pruitt has to pick it up. Now he comes up the middle, and he's buried by Weber just shy of the 15-yard line. There he is on special teams, Brendan Weber. Boy, that was just a great break for Plainview. A low line drive kick got past Pruitt. He was just kind of hoping it was going to roll in the end zone, but it stayed at the 1-yard line. He had to pick it up and go.
Checked up at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, got a little, just enough sauce on it to stop it from heading into the end zone. Scorekeeper here wouldn't know much about getting sauce on the wedges like you, Steve.
Well.
Ball at the 14-yard line for North Central as they'll take over, trailing 14-0 on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard. Backs are in the offset eye. They're going to pitch it to Pruitt, trying to get outside. He fights off one tackle, but there to clean it up is Weber again. Wow. They know they're hit when number 18 gets a hold of him. He put Pruitt on his back, and no gain on the play. Gavin fought through the first defender, made him miss, but then Weber just leveled him.
Yeah, you know, I said it early. I picked him out in warm-up, Greg, and that young man, he scares me.
I don't think you said young when you were talking about him before.
No, he's a man in football pads.
Second down as Swanson will go to the shotgun. 10 yards to go. They'll hand to Pruitt. Looking up the middle there. He's got a nice little cut lane. Fromm's got a hold of him and the football, but good job by Pruitt hanging on, and Gavin's going to take it out to the 20, maybe the 21-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 7 for Gavin, and it's going to set up 3rd and manageable for the Knights. 3rd and about a long 3.
Exactly. 3rd and manageable is exactly right.
So this really opens up your playbook on 3rd and short. You can bring the fullback run game in. You can, go with Pruitt. You can throw something into the flats. Just really a 3rd and 3 compared to that 3rd and 10. Just so many different plays you can try to run. They'll hand it to Weeblehouse straight ahead. Zach pushing the pile, and he fights through the first down.
Nice play. And that's tough sledding up there, Greg, with those 3 monsters across that Plainview has across that front defensive line.
Yeah, he followed Chase Gowecki. Gowecki made a nice block there to kind of get him enough room to pick up that first down. He needed 3. He's going to pick up about 5, And it's going to set up first down for North Central. So the Knights, again, get another first down. Can they sustain a drive? It becomes the question.
Exactly. Just get behind your man and keep your legs going. And if you're going to fall, fall forward. Fall for that extra yard. Could be the difference between a first down and not a first down.
Double tight end set. Backs are in the eye. Swanson under center. Back to throw on first down. Looking over the middle. He's got a man. Anderson overshoots him. He was open. Weber was trailing about 2 or 3 yards, but the pass about 3 or 4 yards out of the reach of Branson Anderson. Great play call there as they surprised him on first down with a play action. And it was there, and you know when you're a struggling offense, that's a play you've got to hit.
Yeah, because that opens up the next series. You know, it makes some respect when that receiver heads downfield.
Got to give the receiver a chance there. He had space to get there and turn that into a chunk play. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it was a good throw. He just overthrew him.
Just overshot him a bit. They will bring Anderson in motion. From the shotgun, Swanson hands it to Pruitt, breaks inside, shakes off an ankle tackle, and he's going to fight his way forward. Nice run again for Branson Anderson. And as you mentioned, Steve, falling forward, he picked up a couple extra yards. He had the big fella, Harrison Thor, hanging on to him, along with there was also Lart Lingenfelter in, but that'll set up a 3rd and 5 now for North Central. It's a 5-yard gain for Pruitt.
Yep, that was Pruitt. And you're right, fall forward. Now we're another manageable third down here. See if they try to run to the outside, Greg.
Weebelhaus lines up his fullback as Swanson in the shotgun. He'll hand to Pruitt, trying to get around one defender, and he can't. As 72, Connor Nelson had one hand on him, and then coming in to clean it up was Lingenfelter, and no gain there for Pruitt, so it's going to set up 4th and 5. So now what do you do if you're Coach Ritchie here? 4th and about 5 yards. Down 14-0. See if they try to punt the football here or what they might opt to do.
I think I'd like a hard count. If you can't get the hard count, kick it away.
Let's see if they can do it.
And if you get the hard count, then you're 4th and extremely short.
Bo Weebelhaus set to punt as it will be Lingenfelter deep to return. Bo gets a punt away, end over end kick way up high. Fair catch called for and made. And that ball will go back to Plainview. That was actually Spencer Hill back there. He makes the fair catch at the 20-yard line. So, again, just like the first drive, Knights churn out a first down, but then a drive stalls. But they had that chance on that first down play action. Just could not get that connection. So the Knights punt it away, and Plainview takes over with a 14-0 lead and 3:12 to go in our opening 12 minutes. Back to throw. Fromm being pressured by Weebelhaus, evades him. He's still being pressured. Now has to scramble outside, gets what he can. Might have picked up a yard or two. Good pressure for the Knights there as Plainview wanted to throw the football on first down, and pressured immediately was Tanner Fromm. He's going to pick up maybe 3 yards on that run, but just couldn't quite get him down in the backfield. He's shifty back there, made that first guy miss.
Bo Weebelhaus made a nice play getting into the backfield and blowing that up.
2nd and 7. Fromm turns, hands it on the zone read, and brought down immediately is the tailback Medina, and there's Jackson Halleck again.
Well, Coach Ritchie talked about Jackson's motor last week. He said his motor runs wide open all the time, and he plays like it. He plays like his hair's on fire out there.
We call his name a lot from that left defensive end spot. Back to throw from, double move. Now he scrambles, wants to go the other side. He's got a man, and it's caught. Nice catch there in a one-on-one battle. Spencer Hill as he got behind Atwood Albright, the freshman back there. And that will go from the about the 24-yard line to the 28 of the Knights. That's going to go for 28 more yards. And it was Hill with his first catch. But another big play through the air for Plainview. Fromm back to throw again. He's looking for Hill, this time on the left side. Got room. He's got the end zone, and he puts the ball on the pylon as he got past Atwood Albright again. And that's a freshman out there, Steve, trying to stay with the junior.
15 on 15, outmatched, outsized. But you know what? Atwood is going to learn. He's going to learn that you have to keep that guy in front of you. I watched him as he motioned across the field. Atwood followed him all the way across, and rather than running to where he was going to be, Atwood ran at him, and by that time, he was past him. So, you know, a teachable moment. I'm sure the coaches have noticed it. They'll pick up on it and talk to the kids about it.
Slant play incomplete, as dropping it in the end zone was Hill. And the Pirates miss out on the added 2, but with 2:21 to go in quarter number 1 on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard, it is the Plainview Pirates 20, North Central nothing. Back with more from Rock County High School after this.
SB Auto Center in Springview handles all automotive repairs from minor to major. Does tire repair, has an on-location tire truck and 24-hour wrecker service. Does custom exhaust pipe bending, makes hydraulic and AC hoses. That's Hespe Auto Center, a block west and a half south of the flashing light in Springview.
For independent grain marketing, contact Pride Grain, located on Highway 20 between Long Pine and Bassett. Pride Grain has a variety of marketing tools available to meet your individual marketing plan. Contact Pride Grain, a supporter of local athletics.
Well, the Tanner Fromm to Spencer Hilly connection for 28 yards. Hilly with back-to-back 28-yard grabs on that drive. And again, Steve, Knights had Plainview to 3rd and 6.
Yeah.
And just not able to get off the field. Coach Ritchie talked about that as well against that Riverside team. Had him into 3rd down and 4th down several times, but just couldn't make that last crucial play.
Yeah, somebody's got to make a play. Somebody's got to make a breakup, some kind of a play.
Tell you what, Tanner Fromm throws a nice ball. They had a good quarterback last week, did Riverside, and we're seeing another good one tonight for Plainview. Tanner Fromm, he's a 170-pound senior already with 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown, 20-0. Plainview here as the kick into the end zone, and we'll go to the Knights at the 15.
You know, Greg, something I noticed on the program right away was the name Lingenfelder. That's kind of a popular Plainview name. There's a gentleman by the name of Bob Lingenfelder. I think Bob was played at the University of Nebraska many, many years ago, maybe the early 70s. I also believe he went on to maybe play professional football somewhere. Can't remember, but you know, the Lingenfelder name is pretty synonymous with the Plainview area, and I'm not surprised we see a Lingenfelder on the football roster.
In motion goes Anderson. He left early, turned it upfield too early, and the swing pass is caught, I believe, out in the flat by Pruitt. But Anderson turned upfield a little early. I thought they might get him with that on the last drive. This time they are going to get him with illegal motion. You know, in the Canadian Football League, you can, or is it the XFL that you can leave early like that? Or Arena League, that's the one Arena League,
yeah,
where you can get a running start.
Run in the backfield.
Yeah, does not work at the high school level as Anderson turned upfield in motion before the ball was snapped. The 5-yard penalty will be accepted as opposed to the result of the play, which is about a 1-yard gain on the pass to Pruitt. So they will mark off the 5 yards against North Central, and now the Knights behind the chains at 1st and 15. Well, North Central's already given 8 carries to Gavin Pruitt. They've thrown it now to him twice. That one wiped away by the penalty. The ball back to the 10-yard line, 20-0. Plainview, a solid team at 2-1 as they take on the Knights here tonight in Bassett. Beautiful evening for football. Temperature in the mid-70s as the sun gets ready to drop behind the tall trees to our west. Swanson from the shotgun will hand it to Pruitt. Pruitt's got some room, kicks around the cornerback, and he's got a first down and more down the sideline and just shoved him out of bounds. Was Fromm to save the touchdown. In fact, they're going to mark him back at the 29-yard line is where they say you stepped out. But on 1st and 15, 19 yards for Pruitt and a first down.
Absolutely. Turned the corner and found a gear in open space, and, you know, that's what we talk about. Get your offensive weapons in space and let them do their thing. Gavin Pruitt showed it there. He got the corner, found another gear. Next thing you know, first down, moving the chains.
Yeah, showed some nice speed there, did Gavin, when he broke around that left side. 19 yards, the longest play from scrimmage for the Knights. And they have a fresh set of downs at the 29. So each of North Central's first 3 drives now, they've picked up a first down in the first couple of plays, but then the drives have stalled. They bring Anderson in motion. He waits to go forward this time. They flip a swing pass out to Pruitt. Makes a man miss. Puts the hand down to keep his feet. Sheds a tackle. There he goes. 35, 30. Cuts it to the right. 25.
Block downfield.
20. He's getting a block downfield. 15, 10, 5. And he's diving toward the pylon. And it looks like Spencer Hilly will take him down just shy of the goal line. What an individual effort there from Gavin Pruitt from the 29-yard line to the 1. That will go for 50 yards, and it's a first and goal North Central.
That young man was motoring, Greg.
What a great run.
It was a nice run.
Broke a tackle near where he caught the football, picked up some yards, shed a tackle at the first down marker, then cut it across to the middle of the field. It was Benamarito down there. Good blocking downfield to get him an extra 20-plus yards before Hilly could fight off the block and get him down at the 1. First and goal Knights. See if they go to Weeblehouse. They do. Straight ahead. He slides through a tackle and is in. Touchdown North Central Knights on the 1-yard plunge by Bo Weeblehouse to cap off a 50-yard catch and scamper from Gavin Pruitt. And the Knights, with a nice drive, get on the board 65 yards. And North Central answers the 3 early touchdowns by Plainview by getting on the board here, a 1-yard Bo Weeblehouse touchdown run.
Nice shot in the arm for the Knights there. You know, got rewarded for all their tough work getting down the field. That's really, really nice to see. Doesn't surprise me they went to Bo Weeblehouse in short yardage situation.
Yeah, Gavin was probably tired.
Yeah, I don't want to run anymore. Give it to Bo.
Swanson from the shotgun will try to keep it himself, cuts it inside. He's going to be hit, and I believe a yard shy of the first down. Getting in there was Leighton Medina from that right defensive end spot to get a hold of Swanson as he tried to go with the little quarterback draw, and they'll stop him a yard shy of the goal line. So the Knights on the board on your Tri-County Bank scoreboard with 1:51 to go in the opening 12 minutes. It's been an active first quarter. 4 touchdowns on the board. Plainview leads North Central 20-6.
Tradition runs deep at the 5th-generation Smith Angus Ranch. Kent and Cameron are dedicated to providing top-quality genetics to maximize their customers' profitability. Annual bull sale at the ranch south of Bassett the 4th Friday of March. Check out their website at smithangus.com. Take control of tax season with the trusted local professionals at Best Books and More in Springview. Personal, business, and agricultural services available, and much more. Call the local experts at Best Books and More, 402-497-2724.
Welcome you back. Greg Kinsey, Steve Camp here on KBRB FM 92. Tomorrow we'll have an afternoon ball game from Stewart and 6-man, where the Broncos will try to get on the board in the win column. 0-2 to start the season. They'll take on Brady. 2 o'clock kick on FM 92. Coach's Corner at around 1:45. And then on AM 14 FM 106.3 KBRB.net tomorrow evening, it's homecoming at Ainsworth High School. The Bulldogs at 3-0, taking on Niobrara Verdigris. Kick end over end, lands at about the 15-yard line. Running up underneath it is Weber. He picks his way ahead. Now he gets to the outside, and there he goes. Swanson knocks him out of bounds with a little help of somebody else hanging on. But Weber, a nice return out to about the 33 or 34-yard line, and that's where Plainview will set up the offense, leading 20-6.
And if you're going to tackle Weber, you need a little help from your friends.
You need a little more than one guy usually.
A little more help from your friends.
So Weber will come to the near side, one wide out to the far side. From the shotgun has Medina behind him. Again, starting tailback Jackson King, who's averaging about 100 yards a game. He is out, not in uniform tonight. They hand it out. No, they'll keep it with Fromm. Good fake to Medina. Now Fromm bounces it outside. Kotzer and Pruitt chasing after him and finally knock him down inside North Central territory at about the 32-yard line.
You know, Greg,
that'll be 15 more for Fromm.
Watching Fromm, he does a really nice job of running that read option.
Yeah, that faked me out.
He sticks it in the belly, and his head is up. I really like to see that. His head is up, and he's watching that defensive end. All he has to do is read that defensive end. If the defensive end crashes down, you pull it out and run it around the end. So he's doing a nice job with that.
Play action as he rolls out to his right, pressured by Halleck, but he's got a man, Medina, leaking out of the backfield. First down, and a nice takedown by Pruitt, but not before Medina gets to the 19-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 13 yards on the pass play. Just a nice little play action boot. Medina, the 4th receiver to catch a pass in this opening quarter. That's pretty impressive as well.
Yeah, and he came out of the backfield, Greg.
First down, back to throw. They flip it out into the flats. This one caught by Lingenfelter. Shake and bake move down the sideline, and he's in. He got past Benamarito, and that will be a 19-yard touchdown catch as Lingenfelter adds to his total, and he's got the 19-yard score. And 3 different receivers have caught a touchdown pass in this opening quarter. Tanner Fromm throwing darts. Fromm from the shotgun will hand it to Medina straight ahead. Hits a couple of guys, but is able to fight his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And how about an answer in 48 seconds for Plainview? Wow, the night score with 151. That answer comes with 1:03. Took just 48 seconds and 3 plays for Plainview to cover the 47 yards and get in the end zone. Tri-County Bank scoreboard. It's now a 28-6 ball game. We're still in the first quarter, folks. Come back with us in a moment.
West Plains Bank of Ainsworth and Springview values each customer. They strive to offer you the financial products and services to help you accomplish your life's goals. West Plains Bank, Ainsworth and Springview, member FDIC.
Your irrigation system needs are met locally by Perfect Valley Irrigation of Bassett. Perfect Valley is your Valley Center Pivot dealer. They don't just sell you a Valley system. They give you the service you have come to expect from Perfect Valley Bassett.
Meals come together with ease and freshness when you shop at Homeland Grocery in Springview. Save money on low prices every day on lean cuts of meat, the freshest produce, plus select quality dairy, canned and boxed goods for your family at your locally owned Homeland Grocery in Springview, proud to support the North Central Knights.
Back here on KBRB, big first quarter scoring-wise. 34 combined points, 28-6 Plainview as the kick comes down to Chase Kotzer. He tries to bounce his way outside, and they grab the football, does Spencer Hilly, and he will stop Kotzer after a return out to about the 24-yard line. Not bad starting field position for North Central, but it's hard to run forward when somebody's pulling the ball the other way.
Well, yeah.
You kind of go with the football.
Yeah, Chase Kotzer did a nice job of holding on to the football because they were obviously tackling the football. That could have very easily gotten stripped out of Chase's arms. He had a death grip on the ball.
In fact, Chase just a sophomore. He's listed at 150 pounds. Hilly at 170 pounds grabbed the football and literally pulled Kotzer back the other way. So you're right. Credit Chase hanging onto the football because Hilly really just went and grabbed the football, tried to tear it away, and Kotzer came with him to keep possession. They will fake the handoff, try at the little counter play, and Weeblehouse is eaten up. As getting in there immediately was Haven Stewart. This kid's just a freshman at 250 pounds, and he spells the nose in there, and that's going to be a loss of 3 as he takes down Bo Weeblehouse in the backfield.
He blew up the center and was in the backfield all over Bo Weeblehouse.
I like it. They tried to run a little counter play. They faked the pitch to Pruitt.
Yep, a little misdirection.
Gave it on a counter to Weeblehouse, but the freshman having nothing of it.
Everything was going good until the freshman got into the backfield.
Loss of 3 sets up 2nd and 13. Likely the final play, unless it's an incomplete pass of the opening quarter. Knights will send a wide out Benamarito to the near side. They will hand it to Pruitt. Gets a nice lead block, bounces it outside, gets the edge, and is knocked out of bounds by Fromm after gets past the 25 to about the 26-yard line.
Just ran out of real estate.
That'll take us to the end of the quarter. Pruitt's going to pick up 7 of those yards that the Knights needed on 2nd and 3rd.
Livestock needs. From feed to pharmaceuticals to livestock handling equipment. Make one stop for all your farm and ranch needs. Stop at Circle B Livestock. They are the livestock producer's friend in Bassett. From concept to completion, Halleck Construction, Scott Halleck, specializes in steel buildings, custom-built homes, additions, kitchens and bathrooms, drywall, window replacement, siding, and more. When it's time for improvements, call on Halleck Construction of Springview.
Do you know who the biggest North Central Knight fans are? Well, it's the gals at the Springview Herald, that's who. Subscribe today for one low cost and catch up on all things North Central Knights, plus so much more. The Springview Herald, proud supporter of the North Central Knights.
The Whistle Stop offers floral arrangements and gift items for any occasion. Fresh flowers and silks, plants, bouquets, sprays, and arrangements. Let the Whistle Stop in Bassett make it a memorable occasion with one of their unique creations.
Well, we welcome you back here to Rock County High School on KBRB, FM 92, KBRB.net. Knights will face a 3rd and 7 here at the 27-yard line. They need the 34 for a first down. On 3rd down, and back to throw is Swanson. He has time, rolls to his right, now wants to take off and is just forced out of bounds right about the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Just nobody open downfield. Looked like, Steve, they only had really 2 out in the route, Anderson and Benamarito, and they were well covered.
Yeah, they were blanketed. There was nowhere to throw that. Zach just had to pull it down and eat it.
He'll lose a yard back to the 26-yard line. It'll be 4th and 8, and it looks like the Knights will send on the punt team, and it will be Spencer Hilly back to receive this punt, standing at his own 22-yard line. Weebelhaus gets it away, low end-over-end kick. Hilly settles underneath it at the 23 to the 30, and is knocked out of bounds hard by Dylan Benamarito at around the midfield stripe. Good play by Benamarito.
Yep.
But
I think
good return.
Branson Anderson was in on that, too. It was almost simultaneous. Hilly had quite a head of steam coming around this corner.
Yeah, he will take it from about the 23-yard line into North Central territory between the 39 and the 38-yard line.
I was having flashbacks last week, Greg, on that.
On that blindside block.
I was hoping
yep.
we weren't going to see another blindside block.
Twin wide receivers to the far side of the formation. They'll send Medina in motion. Fromm by himself in the backfield. He's back to throw, looking over the middle, and he's got a man. Nice fingertip grab, and it's Weber again. What a beautiful throw, and just stretching out with the fingertips to reel that one in is Brendan Weber, and he'll take that one 39 yards for another score. And Steve Camp, that is the 4th touchdown pass of the first half for Tanner Fromm.
He is efficient with the football, whether it's with his arm or with his legs. He is efficient.
Steve, I do not have Fromm with an incompletion yet.
I believe it.
4 touchdown passes. He is 10 for 10, 9 for 9. They'll hand it straight ahead to Medina for the 2, and Plainview puts up 8 more on a beautiful pitch and catch, and that was from Tanner Fromm to Brendan Weber. 2nd touchdown catch for Weber. He has 4 catches in the first half, and it is all Plainview now, 36-6. On the Tri-County Bank scoreboard. Quick strike in the passing game for the Pirates.
Buying or selling livestock is made much easier when you buy and sell with Bassett Livestock Auction. Remember, sale day is each Wednesday, so make plans to attend or call to consign your livestock. Bassett Livestock Auction. Bassett.
Stretch your hay supply with Bradbox Grinding. Grinding hay is one of the most efficient ways to feed hay or other forages to livestock. Bradbox provides on-site forage and grain grinding service to those who wish to make the most efficient, economical use of their available feedstuffs. Call Bradbox today to schedule a time to stop and grind. For reliable, dependable hay grinding service, call on Bradbox Grinding of O'Neill. Phone 402-340-4038.
Boy, Steve, how many good quarterbacks have we gotten to see in the last week? Riverside, Signal Caller, and then Landon Klassen from O'Neill last week. And he had an efficient game in the rain. Didn't have to throw it a whole lot, but he was throwing touchdown passes. And now that is already 4 touchdown throws in the first half for Tanner Fromm, and he is 9 for 9. The kick comes down to Kotzer. He finds a little room up the middle. Nice run as he breaks a tackle and is finally wrestled down from behind out near the 34-yard line. Good return again from
nice.
Chase Kotzer.
Really nice, good return. Kind of ran up into the middle, saw an opening to the outside, bounced it to the outside, and found a lane.
9 for 9, Tanner Fromm in the first half with 4 touchdown passes as the Pirates lead at 36-6 over the North Central Knights. Knights take over at the 34-yard line. And tell you what, this is just a schedule that's not really done the Knights very many favors to start the year. An Ainsworth team that's playing really well, an always tough Arcadia Loop City team, a talented Riverside team, and now this Plainview team that looks really solid as Swanson steps up in the pocket. He's got a man, Branson
Wide
Anderson.
open,
down
Branson
the sideline,
Anderson.
20, 10, and he's gone. Branson Anderson.
That guy can run.
46 yards on the touchdown. No flags. Great find from Zach Swanson stepping up in the pocket. They were rushing from the sides. He stepped up into the pocket to buy himself an opening and then found Anderson streaking down the right side. Hit him in stride, Steve, and he takes it the rest of the way.
Yeah, and the thing you really like out of the underclassmen there was Branson Anderson kept running up the field. He gave his quarterback a target downfield. He didn't stop and watch and look. He kept running. Really nice pitch and throw.
Swanson under center will keep it, trying to run the option. Flag comes in, and Swanson is wrestled down by Medina in the backfield. Likely a hold call that will be declined by Plainview. So the try will fail, but how about 2 one-play touchdowns on the last 2 plays for Plainview and North Central? They trade touchdowns. First, it was the 39-yard touchdown pass from Fromm to Weber, and this time 46-yard pass from Zach Swanson to Branson Anderson, and the Knights add 6 more, 36-12. We still have 11:22 in the half. Back with more on KBRB after this.
Tires you deserve from people you can trust. At Rock County Tire, their sales and service team go above and beyond to help you with your tire needs. For complete tire service from start to finish, call on Rock County Tire in Bassett. Phone 402-684-2200.
Your Zematic by Lindsay dealer offers replacement parts for any brand of pivot, installation and training, superior service when you need it.
Your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer is Ainsworth Electric Motors, located just 1 mile east of Ainsworth on Highway 20. Call 387-1071.
Get the line you've always dreamed of with K-Line. Daniel and Matt will make sure your line gets exactly the treatments it needs, exactly when it needs them, all season long. Having a beautiful lawn is easy and affordable with K-Line of Bassett, 402-684-3557.
First touchdown pass of the season for Zach Swanson. Settles into the hands of Branson Anderson, a 46-yard connection. And the Knights answer right back. So the last 2 times that Plainview has scored, Steve, the Knights have been there for an answer.
That's nice. That's momentum. They're finding some things that are working. Granted, they had to do a little scrambling, but they made it work. That's all that matters.
Shut out the last 2 games. So good answer by the offenses. There's a good return by Weber as he kind of maneuvered his way up the field, evading some tacklers at the 25, and he'll take it out to about the 35 or 6 yard line. Good return for Brendan Weber. And now can the North Central defense slow down this Tanner Fromm-led Plainview Pirate offense? They are just having their way with the Knights in the passing game right now.
Well, do you go to the air again, Greg?
Fromm will hand it to Medina straight ahead. Nice stick by Chase Concert about midfield and drives him backwards. That's a nice open field tackle by Concert coming in to fill that hole. And Medina's not a small kid, 180-pound senior.
No.
And Concert took him on in the hole, and Medina will be held to about 5 yards on first down.
Also threw it in on top.
So it'll be 2nd and 5. Running quickly are the Pirates. They will keep it with Fromm. Quarterback run as Halleck's chasing after him. Can't get him as he bounces outside 25-20. And he's down past the 10. Going to get past a diving attempt by the North Central Knights, Atwood Albright, and a touchdown for Fromm. But we do have a flag at about the 25-yard line. It would be a 39-yard touchdown run for Fromm, but let's check the flag that's sitting at the 25-yard line. The officials are discussing it. It'll either be a 39-yard touchdown, but Tanner Fromm just gave that look like, yeah, we're walking backwards.
Yeah.
He must have overheard a little bit of that conversation, so this will likely take a touchdown off the board. No, they're going to pick up the flag.
Pick it up?
It looks like. Is that right?
Well.
No, maybe not. One official's still saying, I got the call. Nope, they are going to pick it up.
Here we go.
So that'll be 39 more, this time on the ground for Tanner Fromm, his 2nd touchdown rush to go along with 4 passing touchdowns. And Plainview puts up another score. This time it took them all of 2 plays to score with a 10-40. Steve, we have had in the last about 3 minutes and change of game time from 1:51 in the first to 10:40 in the second, we have had 5 touchdowns. Stretch that out to 2:21 in the first to 10:40. In 4 minutes of game time, we have had 6 touchdowns in less than 4 minutes of clock time.
That's a lot of action.
From 2:21 in the first, when Plainview scored its 3rd touchdown, the Knights have scored twice, and Plainview has scored 3 more times. Wow.
Do you have enough paper?
I am going to run out of scoring play room. I know that right now. So the Pirates will line up to go for two after the 39-yard run for Fromm, his second rushing touchdown. He will keep it on the zone read, and he's hit and taken down shy of the line to gain. I think it was Weeblehouse getting in there. It was. Bo knocks down Fromm short of the goal line, so the run fails. And the Pirates strike again. We still have 10:40 to go in the half. It is 42-12, a two-play drive. And Plainview gets another one on the board here on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard. We're back from all of a sudden an offensive explosion for both teams here at Bassett, Nebraska.
Three River Communications strives to better serve their customers of North Central Nebraska with the latest fiber technology, offering up to 1 gig internet speed, high-definition cable TV, and local and long-distance telephone service. Three River Communications, your local service provider.
Year after year, you can rely on the approachable team at Rock County Agronomy Service. They're your one-stop shop for all your ag needs, chemical, fertilizer, and propane, always backed by outstanding service and competitive prices. Rock County Agronomy Service in Bassett.
We still have 10 minutes and 40 seconds in the second quarter, and we now have a total of 8 touchdowns, 6 of them coming in the last 4 minutes. Line drive kick goes to Kotzer at the 5. He bounces out to the 20 and is wrestled down by Weber at about the 23-yard line. 6 touchdowns from 2:21 in the first quarter to 10:40 in the second quarter. Steve, we have to go. We go watch 6-man football to see those defensive slugfests. It's the eight-man games. We're just opening up the offense.
Yeah, I guess. Let's just start pitching and throwing it all over the place.
Wow. Tell you what, Plainview is a talented offensive football team.
Yeah, they are. They're a nice balance, and you heard Coach Smith talk about that in pregame. Want to be a little more balanced.
Knights will give it off to Pruitt as he is pulled down immediately. Casey Martins, the 340-pound senior, getting in immediately. We have a flag down on the near side from the side judge, and maybe an illegal formation against the Knights. It would be no gain on the run from Pruitt as, boy, he couldn't get out of the grips of Casey Martins.
No, if Martins gets a hold of you, you're not going anywhere, Greg.
It's he's got about a 70-inch wingspan there, it looks like. If he can get that wingspan around you.
He defines a man in the middle out there. He is
tough to move around.
Oh, yeah. You know, and someone of that size demands at least a double team. If you want to be able to run the ball up the middle, he demands a double team, if not a triple team.
Well, you have to. You certainly can't run right in his immediate vicinity, so you try to shade him maybe to one side, get around to where you kind of block him off, and you're not going to really move him, but just kind of shield him away from your running back and let the running back try to pick a hole if you're going to try to go inside. They'll decline the penalty, no gain on the first down run by Pruitt, so it'll set up 2nd and 10. Swanson will go to the shotgun, has receivers to either side of the formation, back to throw, looking outside, being pressured, now scrambles. He's going to pull it down, and he's going to run out of bounds at about the 25. He was chased out by Corbin Clement, 150-pound sophomore, getting a series out there. Zach will get about a yard on that carry, and it'll set up 3rd and 9.
Greg, I specifically watched Martins there, and there were 3 Knights that had hands on him, trying to keep him out of the backfield, and he was still motoring his way upfield. I mean, he just, the guy, he's a big man. He moves well, but if you take a look, he's long-geared, Greg, real long arms. You mentioned it. You couldn't try to run to the side of him, but if he sticks one of those big paws out, you're not going anywhere.
I've been impressed, Steve, with nimbleness of Zach Swanson kind of moving around in the pocket. Haven't seen a lot of that yet. Snap is low. They're going to hand it to Pruitt. He gets around to the outside, tries to bounce. It's nice spin move. He's still on his feet out near a first down. What a beautiful spin move by Gavin Pruitt on 3rd and 9. He made 2 guys miss at the 30-yard line with a beautiful spin and takes it out to the 36 for a gain of 11. That was a pretty run from Gavin Pruitt.
That really was. He could have quit on it at about the 7-yard mark.
I didn't think there was any way. He had 2 guys bearing down on him, and he somehow spun right between both of them.
Yeah. You mentioned it a little bit before, Greg, about Zach. It's almost like you can see his confidence. He's gaining confidence as he's back there. Being thrown into quarterback at this level, for the first time. It's an adjustment period.
They swing it out to Anderson on a quick little pass. Anderson's able to shed one tackle, but couldn't get out of the grips of Xander Albin, the 240-pound sophomore lineman, and that'll be a gain of 1 on the completion to Anderson, and it'll set up 2nd and 9.
Branson Anderson keeps his feet going, and he's always going upfield. I like the way the young man runs.
Well, I tell you what, Steve, the Knight runners, it hasn't been the first guy that's brought them down in a lot of cases. They've been able to shed that first tackle attempt.
They have.
Set up 2nd and 9 here. Wide receivers to either side of the formation. Swanson from the shotgun has Pruitt flanked to his right. They will hand it to Pruitt inside. Tries to get around the defensive line, but then now he breaks it. There he's still on his feet. Second, third efforts from Gavin Pruitt as he was able to shed the tackle of Corbin Clement as well as Carter Lingenfelter and take it out near first down yardage. He's into Plainview territory down to the 36-yard line. That is going to be a pickup of 8 for Gavin. Tough yards for Pruitt again.
Confidence, Greg. Confidence. You can see they're playing with confidence now.
This might be Bo Wiebelhaus time on 3rd and short, needing a yard. The Knights trying to march here. They picked up 1 first down, and now 3rd and 1 into Plainview territory. 42-12, Plainview leading in a high-scoring first half. Swanson will go from the shotgun. Back to throw on 3rd down, looking for the wheel route, throwing it deep for Benamarito. He's got it over the shoulder inside the 10 and taken down by Weber at the 4-yard line. Beautiful ball from Zach Swanson on 3rd and 1, but we do have a flag down at the 29-yard line.
Boy, was that a nice throw.
Great catch right over the shoulder. Ineligible man downfield for the Knights. Oh, that's a tough break. That's going to wipe out what would have been about a 31-yard completion to Benamarito on a beautifully thrown ball by Zach Swanson. Steve, we just didn't see him get enough time to throw the football like that last week against Riverside. He has thrown a couple darts in this first half. One for Anderson for a touchdown. He got a nice one to Pruitt for a 50-yard gain. That one was 34 yards all in the air until an ineligible man brings it back.
And dropped it right into Benamarito. That was to Dylan Benamarito. That was a really nice throw and catch.
So now 3rd and 6. Swanson will hand to Pruitt again. Gets a block from Wiebelhaus, who clears it out. Bounces outside. Tiptoes down the sideline. He's got a first down and is knocked out of bounds at the 31. Just couldn't quite keep the feet in bounds. He'll pick up 9 more and another North Central first down as the Knights move the chains.
Running hard. He's running hard, Gavin Pruitt.
Football to the 31-yard line of Plainview. 7:53 to go in the first half. Ball out of bounds, so the clock stops. Ball resting between the 32 and the 31. Tell you what, Steve, really like the strides made. Coach Ritchie in the coach's corner ahead of the game said, we're going to open it up a little more. We're not going to be quite as vanilla as we were against Riverside. We're seeing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're watching these kids grow up right in front of you.
Swanson will turn, hand it to Pruitt again. This time they got it bottled up, and he runs into the wash in the middle, and that was big number 49, Haven Stewart, the 250-pound freshman that cleaned it up. Nowhere for Gavin to go there as that play collapsed immediately. He'll lose a yard.
Yeah, it did.
And it'll set up 2nd and 11.
Yeah. Now, it'll be interesting to see what the Knights call on this play. If they almost setting them up for a little misdirection. They've been running really hard to both sides. Almost, you wonder if they can get a little misdirection going.
So the play a little late getting in as the clock under 7:10 now to go in the first half. 42-12, Plainview leading North Central. The 2-1 Pirates, the 0-3 North Central Knights. Tomorrow it is Stewart and Brady for an afternoon contest. Ainsworth and Niobrara Verdigris late. Flip the pass out. Nice diving catch made by Anderson on a low pass. He's only going to get a couple of yards to the 30, but it is a completion. Anderson has his 3rd catch, has that 46-yard touchdown. It'll set up 3rd and 9.
Greg, on that play right there, that the underneath route was open, but with about another second or so, Dylan Benamarito was running a corner route. He was wide open. He had broke in behind the defense, and he was going to be wide open. Just a little more time, and I'm sure the coaches will probably notice that.
I'm guessing they'll see that up here and go back to it at some point. They're going to run it the other way. They go right back to Benamarito. This one overthrown as Weber was right there with him, step for step.
It's a good throw. Zach threw it to where only his receiver could have caught it. Outside shoulder, the corner.
That is just the second incompletion for Swanson this half. He is 5 for 7, and he's a yard away from a 100-yard first half through the air. 6:15 to play in the half, 42-12. Clock stopped on the incompletion, and the Knights faced with 4th and 9 likely will go for it here, down by 30 in plus territory at the Plainview 30-yard line. So let's see if they try to find Anderson or Benamarito, or maybe get a pass out into the flats to Pruitt and let him try to make a guy miss. So the Knights come out of the huddle. Halleck at center. You've got the guards are Gowicki and Dooley Caulfield. Twin wide receivers. Trips, in fact, to the far side of the formation. Snap is low. Swanson gets it. Has time. Good job by the Knights. They find, there should be a hold.
Boy, I thought.
Did they throw it? Boy, they had a handful of jersey on Dylan Benamarito.
Got away with one there.
Yep, don't see a flag down. Coach Ritchie over there arguing for the flag. As, boy, they really slowed down Benamarito with a handful of jersey.
Medium jersey just turned into an extra large.
Yep, but that's going to go as an incompletion. No flag, and it will be a turnover on downs, and Plainview will take over with 6:08 to go. Pretty well designed. And I tell you what, Plainview was only rushing 2 there, so Swanson had all day to try to find somebody, and he finally found Benamarito coming across the middle. But when he unleashed that pass, they grabbed a hold of the back of Benamarito's jersey and slowed him down a gear or two. Fromm will keep it, tries to bounce outside, and he is hit and dropped. Branson Anderson brings him down after a short gain from the 30 out to about the 34. It'll be a gain of 4 for Tanner Fromm. Fromm 2 touchdown runs and 4 touchdown passes, and he has not thrown an incompletion yet. 2nd and 6.
Watch for Hilly. He's split right out here.
Fromm will go with the zone read, hand it straight ahead to Medina, makes a man miss, has the first down, and he's finally wrestled down. I think it's Chase Kotzer in there to stop him after he gets past midfield from the 34-yard line. That'll be a run of about 9 for Medina. That's his longest run. It's his 3rd carry. Again, remember, Plainview is without Jackson King, their sophomore tailback. He typically is about 100-yard per game back, so he is in street clothes tonight down along the sideline. So hope it's not a long-term issue for that young man, as he had a great start to the season. It'll set up 1st and 10 inside North Central territory at the 37-yard line. Fromm back to throw, swings it out to Weber. Nice sidestep to make a man miss. 30-25, wrestled out of bounds by Branson Anderson. Excellent little quick move sideways.
Quick feet.
For Weber. And that one will go from the 37 down to the 25. It's 12 more yards. That is already the 5th catch of the half for Weber, and he is over 100 yards receiving in this first half. 14 first downs for Plainview in this first half. 5:12 to go, 42-12.
Yeah.
And we've got a whistle, movement early.
You know, Medina's done that a couple times. He's got quick feet, and he starts that lateral movement with his feet, and they caught him this time.
That is the 4th penalty accepted against Plainview this half. The Pirates led 28-6 at the end of 1. They've outscored North Central 14-6 here in the 2nd, and marching again 1st and 15. Zone read, they hand it to Medina straight ahead as he's hit and knocked down immediately. And that was Dooley Caulfield getting in there to make the stick. Medina maybe back to about the original line of scrimmage, so he gets the penalty yardage back.
Is Fromm still perfect on the night, Greg?
He is 10 for 10.
That's perfect
in my book. He's got to be about 200 yards with those 4 touchdowns. We'll total it up at halftime, but he has had that. I guess that's ultra efficient. 10 for 10 with 4 touchdowns. I don't know what his quarterback rating will be, but it's going to be up there. And he's going to fire one deep. Running underneath it, making the catch is Hilly. What a beautifully thrown ball. And that is a good for a 25-yard strike. His 5th touchdown of the first half, 2nd touchdown catch for Hilly. And wow, what a beautifully thrown football from Fromm. He threw that 10 yards out in front of Hilly and just let the speedster run to it.
Yeah. Throwing it to a spot and let your man go find it.
Straight ahead to Medina, and he bowls his way in. Good one-on-one stick in the middle there. I want to say, was that Kotzer that met him in the hole? It was, but that was just a big fella. Leighton Medina at 180 pounds. Met him at the 1 yard line, did Chase Kotzer, but just ahead of steam for Medina, and he takes it in for 2. We still have 4:35 to go in the half, and another touchdown on the board, a 25-yard pass play from Tahili. The 2-point run, and it is 50-12. Half 100 hung up here by Plainview in the first half from Bassett. That's your Tri-County Bank scoreboard.
Shepherd Feeding Company of Mills is an 8,000-head commercial feedlot. They also provide a market for locally grown corn and hay. When you are looking to put cattle on feed, contact Doug Shepherd at Shepherd Feeding Company, Mills, Nebraska.
This is Dane Sears, Ag Loan Officer with Homestead Bank. The ag bankers at Homestead Bank understand the risks and rewards of farming and ranching. We can help you look ahead and plan for a season of success. Stop in or call to visit with one of our experienced bankers today to start your journey. Homestead Bank, member FDIC.
Well, 50-12 now is your score. 5 touchdown passes, 2 touchdown runs from Tanner Fromm. He's trying to be player of the week in the state, let alone our performance of the night for Plainview, as this kick will drive back Pruitt to about the 6-yard line. Gavin makes a man, he can't make a man miss.
Ooh.
Great open field tackle. I thought he was going to shed that one.
I think that was Hilly.
Was that Hilly in there to grab him and missed
Really
him
was.
up high, but then kept a hold of an ankle, and Hilly drops Pruitt at about the 14-yard line. Good open field tackle. I thought Gavin was going to get by that one when Hilly missed him up high, but he was just able to get a hold of an ankle, held on, and knocked him down.
Knights take over now. Are you out of room yet?
16 first downs. Yeah, I'm going to be down here in my turnover area, turnover plays to keep up with the scoring summary. So I don't think it hadn't had any turnovers in this one. 4.5 minutes to go in the half, 50-12, and the Knights take over again at their 14-yard line. North Central has scored on a couple straight possessions. Back
He's
to
open.
throw. They got a man. Benamarito's got it down the sideline. 30. He's got one man to beat. Can Weber catch him? He won't. It'll be a 66-yard touchdown pass on a one-play strike. No flags on the field. And Benamarito, they went right back to it, Steve. We told you they probably would.
Yep.
And he got past Weber down the sideline, 66 yards.
Well,
and Swanson has 2 touchdown passes in the half.
Greg, that's a matchup I think the Knights like. First of all, you got the speedy Benamarito on Weber, who can run, but if he gets behind him like he has, Dillon can run away from him, and he has. So
good throw
really
ball
nice.
again.
Yep.
I tell you what, really liking Zach Swanson throwing the football in this first half, as the
Accurate.
2-point run is no good. Stopped up in the middle. There was Bo Wiebelhaus, and another one-play drive. So the Knights score again, 50-18, the 66-yard touchdown pass from Zach Swanson to Dylan Benamarito, and the Knights answer again, 50-18 from Bassett in a score fest. Tri-County Bank, they're getting their money's worth in this first half tonight on the scoreboard.
Springview Implement and Supply. Troy Cook for all your hardware, plumbing, and electrical supplies. And Ranch Farm and Commercial Welding. Troy Cook of Springview Implement and Supply. 1 block west of the flashing light in Springview. Proud to support the North Central Knights. The staff at Tall Tales Taxidermy wishes you happy sports hunting season. They are available to help you with your trophies to add to your man room or ladies' den to show to your friends. Furry, feathery, or scaly, they do it all, and they would like to work for you. TallTalesTaxidermy.com.
We have a score fest here at Rock County High School. We have, by my count, 3 one-play scoring drives and a 2-play scoring drive in this first half, and that, by my count, is 10 touchdowns combined. Does that pencil out about right?
When's the last time? I don't recall having a game like this for a long time. There's a lot of activity going on. Entertaining.
Yeah, I tell you what, the Knights are making some improvements offensively. This is not a bad defensive football team in Plainview. As the kick comes down to Weber at the 15-yard line, some pads popping there, and Weber gets down the sideline before he's driven out of bounds by Swanson. Swanson wrestles him out at about the 38-yard line. Boy, there were some pads popping, Steve, on that return.
Yeah, there were. You could hear them up here through the headsets.
So Plainview will take over. They'll mark it at the 38-yard line, and it will be 4:10 still remaining in our first half, 50-18. Plainview on top of North Central. And Fromm goes back to work again. He has 7 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 5 through the air. He'll hand it to Medina straight ahead, and right there to meet Medina is the middle of that North Central defense, and that is Dooley Caulfield.
Swallowed him up.
Gets a gain of 3 for Medina, and it'll set up 2nd and 7.
So if you're Mr. Fromm, do you think you're going to go to the air here, Greg?
I would say you got some options. Left and right, they'll bring Hilly in motion, and they'll go with the zone read. He'll keep it, Will Fromm. Now he's got Hilly out. They're going to run the option. Fromm keeps it. He's got a first down inside the 30, down to about the 27-yard line before he is taken down, and that'll be Pruitt in there to make the stop along with Jackson Halleck.
And we have a sustained drive going
yes.
here. 2 plays.
2 plays.
And looking at 3.
27-yard line. And that's another gain of about, let's see, that was an 11-yard gain for Fromm. And it's 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Back to throw on the play action over the middle. Got a man complete at the 20. And that one down inside the 5. And that's another new receiver, Reese Fromm. It's the Tanner to Reese connection. The sophomore makes his first catch. That is his 5th different receiver in the first half. And that will go for a gain down to the 4-yard line. And that'll be a pickup of 25 to the 4. And it's another first down. Fromm back to throw, flips it into the flats, and it's Fromm to Fromm, down toward the goal line. No, he's short, down at the 1. And it'll set up a 2nd and goal situation. Fromm has still not thrown an incompletion. By my count, that is now 13 for 13 in the first half. 2nd and goal at the 1. That is impressive. No drops, no overthrows.
Just
some of them 25, 30 yards in the air.
Yeah, and some of those that were right on the fingertips. Yeah. On the fingertips, in stride to his receivers. That could have very well been dropped.
18 first downs for Plainview. Fromm wants another one over the middle. Does he get it? No, juggled and dropped, and it's actually knocked down, batting it away. I believe back there was it Dylan Benamarito that knocked that one away? It was intended for Lingenfelter, and that is your first incompletion. And now it is 3rd and goal at the 1. So Fromm has Medina behind him. They will keep it with Fromm, and he's in. Touchdown, Plainview, 3rd touchdown run for Fromm in this first half. They are trying to turn in the All-State tape for Tanner Fromm in this one. Now we have, boy, that was a long drive, Steve. That took all of 2 minutes and 7 seconds.
6 plays or 7 plays, maybe.
6 plays, I believe, from the 38-yard line, 42-yard drive. 1 yard Tanner Fromm run, his 3rd touchdown on the ground. Back to throw, Fromm swings it over the head of intended receiver Reese Fromm. And so now he's gone cold. He missed that pass over the middle in the end zone and misses on the 2-point try.
I was just going to say he has gone cold.
Gone cold. And Plainview strikes again, 56-18 on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard. We still have 2:11 remaining in the first half. See if the Knights can put up another one before the break.
Orton Feed Company of Mills can help you supplement your cattle without the use of high-priced corn or cake by using economical Lumix ADM beans. From Orton Feed Company, Jason Orton of Mills, proud supporter of high school sports. When you need to find a spark, gotta fight the right.
Ainsworth Auto Parts open weekdays 7:30 to 6 and Saturdays 8 to 4. Phone number 402-382-3600. Ainsworth Auto Parts, CarQuest Store, East Highway 20, Ainsworth.
Tell you what, Steve, it's been a fun game to broadcast if you like offensive football.
Boy, there has been a lot of offense here.
We got to call a lot of big plays in this first half, long pass plays, nifty running plays. Tons of points. We have 74 combined points in the first half.
And we're not done yet.
Kick end over end will come down to Pruitt at the 11-yard line. Gavin gets his block set up, bounces it to the left, sheds a tackler, and is taken down at about the 30-yard line. Nice starting field position for the Knights. Corbin Clement on the tackle on special teams, and the Knights have the ball at their 30. 2:05, and Steve, a full complement of timeout. Nope, they did take 1 timeout. Knights have 2 timeouts remaining for this Not that they need 205. We might have 3 more scores in this 205. So
you know what? If the first half holds true, I think we're going to see some more scoring.
I would say we may not be done with points here in the first half, as the Knights will send Benamarito to the far side, Anderson to the near side. Swanson will go to the shotgun. Knights starting to spread it out. They'll hand it to Pruitt, gives it on an end around to Anderson. Plainview doesn't see it. A nice block from Swanson, and Anderson has to cut it up inside where the help comes. Good block from Zach out there, but a nice play defensively by Medina to force that back inside.
He stayed home. That was real disciplined defense on Medina's part. He could have been in hot pursuit chasing across the field, but he played disciplined defense football. And you know what? That's a play that could have broke open on that other side.
The near
without
side
Medina.
did not see the handoff. They were chasing. They did not see the reverse. They were chasing after Pruitt, and he had handed it to Anderson. But you're right, Medina and even Swanson tried to throw a block on him to force it back inside, and then was able to come off the block of the North Central quarterback and make the tackle.
Right, a heads-up play by the senior Medina.
2nd and 9. The reverse net's just a yard, as now we've got a whistle and a flag comes down.
Delay of game.
With 11. Delay a game. I can guarantee you that's the first one of those calls we've seen in this first half. Just the second penalty against the Knights. The 5 yards will back them up inside the 30, and they'll set up with 2nd and 14. Minute and 11 remaining in our first half. The Knights trail 56-18 to the 2-1 Plainview Pirates. Tell you what, this is a new 2-year schedule, and the Knights have really seen some of the who's who in Class D1 and D2 in these first 4 weeks.
Yeah, betting off a pretty big chunk.
Swanson will go from the shotgun. Snap is low. He tracks it down, rolls to his left. Now looking to throw, and he's not able to turn around. He was pressured by Haven Stewart, and Haven was able to get him down. Zach tried to change direction, and his foot slipped out from under him. He'll lose about 4 yards, and it'll set up 3rd and long for North Central back at the 22-yard line. They need midfield for a first down, so it's 3rd and 18 as the clock under 40 seconds here. See what the Knights do if they just try to bleed some time off the clock here so that Plainview doesn't get it back. North Central will get the ball to start the second half. 56-18. Knights going to take their time. The 10-second count is on as they break the huddle. The 5-second count rolling. Swanson, does he see it? And we've got another whistle and now a timeout taken by Coach Ryan Ritchie with 15 seconds left. Knights were able to burn some of that clock off before this 3rd and 18 play. We're going to take a break from the second quarter at Rock County High School. Tri-County Bank scoreboard 56-18. Plainview leading North Central. Still have another half to go, folks. We'll come back in a moment.
The Ainsworth Feed Mill is proud to buy corn from local farmers because the best corn in the nation makes the best pigs in the nation. And when money stays local, it multiplies time and time again. GJW and the Ainsworth Feed Mill, putting our local area first and feeding the world.
I'm John Schmatter with the Tri-County Bank. If you manage multiple business interests or a community organization, let us tailor an online business package that lets you fulfill your personal, business, and community responsibilities. TCB, 4 generations of helping you build your future together. Member FDIC.
Well, the Ainsworth Bulldogs have swept a triangular at home, winning over Gordon Rushville in match number 1. That was Ainsworth 25-23, 25-20 over the Mustangs, and then it was Gordon Rushville defeating Cody Kilgore 25-11, 25-18, and Ainsworth just wrapped up a 25-18, 25-10 win over Cody Kilgore. And volleyball you heard tonight on KBRB. North Central volleyball team in action tonight over at Elkhorn Valley. We'll see if you can get you some score updates from that one. On 3rd and 18, back to throw Swanson. He has time to throw, rolls out. He's got a man, Benamarito. Coming up to make the stick is Fromm. Nice tackle by Tanner Fromm. After the completion to Benamarito will be good for about 7 yards, and that should take us to the end of the half. Boy, we've got a play stopped. Timeout North Central with 1 second left before this 4th and 12 play. That was a 6-yard completion to Benamarito. Knights want to take one more play offensively before the first half expires, and why not? 56-18, the way the big plays have gone. One more chance with the football before the half closes. Might as well try to see if you can't dial another one up.
Your meat is what matters at Holt County Locker in Stewart. Stop in and pick up perfectly marbled steaks, thick-cut bacon, handmade sausages, sweet velvety ham, Rod's famous jerky, wieners, or salami, and so much more. Appointments are available.
Into cash with Big Iron. Hi, I'm Logan Leonard, your area Big Iron sales rep, providing solid support for selling your ag, construction, and transportation needs. No hassle, no reserves, no hidden fees, no freight costs. Call me today at 402-925-8184.
4th and 12 for the Knights. Final play of the half, barring penalty, as Swanson will go to the shotgun. Two-man rush as he will have time. Steps up into the pocket, looking deep. Still looking. Now throws it over the middle. He's got a player, and that one is complete to Jackson Kozad. Kozad at the 30 and down to the 25. A flag comes in, so might not be the last play of the half. That is going to go for a 27-yard completion if it stands to Jackson Kozad. Kozad, the sophomore, but let's check the flag. It got thrown in there from behind. They may just decline this and see if they just call that a half. It looks like it is against North Central. It is a hold. They'll just decline it. That'll count as a 27-yard strike. So Jackson Kozad gets into the receiving stats in the first half as he picks up a 27-yard completion. And the Knights will find themselves down 56-18 after 24 minutes of football. Two 28-point quarters for Plainview. The Knights put up 6 in the first and a dozen in the second. 56-18 is your score at the break. That is your Tri-County Bank halftime score. The TCB halftime show back when we come back here on KBRB.
You can come to West Hope Medical Services for health care for your whole family. With a primary care clinic open 5 days a week, visiting specialists nearly every day, and a top-notch therapy and rehab facility, we have you covered for whatever comes up. 402-925-2811.
Got Residual with Soother's Feed, a second-generation nutrition-first company that truly cares if you're successful. With our products from everything from mineral to cubes, custom feeds, consultations, heifer development programs, seed stock supplier programs, we can do it all. That's Scott Residual with Soother Feeds, 402-358-2083.
Making car shopping fun again. Whether you're in the market for brand new or pre-owned, shop the great selection at William Crotter Company, where service is a family tradition. See them at 305 West Douglas in O'Neill, or you can find them on Facebook and CrotterAuto.com.
Jim Arnhold of Arnhold Insurance Agency in Bassett can provide you with health, life, and cancer insurance, Medicare supplement, nursing home, and disability coverage, business and estate planning. Give Jim a call at Arnhold Insurance in Bassett, 402-684-2901.
Count on your New Holland dealer, Sandhill Equipment of Bassett, to answer all of your farm equipment needs. They pride themselves on a hard-earned reputation for fair prices and unparalleled service. Visit them online at sandhilleq.com.
Concrete is a cornerstone of many building projects. Stewart Concrete, with locations in Atkinson, Stewart, and Valentine, can mix cement and water with all the ingredients to make the right concrete for the job. This mud's for you from Stewart Concrete, serving you from Stewart, Atkinson, and Valentine. Call 402-924-3644.
Make your lawn the envy of the neighborhood. Morrison Underground Sprinkler Service of Bassett, Matt and Trish will provide you with a free no-obligation estimate for underground sprinkler installation. Plus, they service and repair existing systems, too. Phone 402-684-3558.
Don't overload your brain circuits trying to find a qualified electrician. Make one call to Painter Electric, Randy Painter of Springview. Professional, affordable, and experienced. And he has a local phone, 402-497-2086.
Rural health care from rural roots. Better health care for your family from clinical, obstetrical, emergency room to home care. Greater Sandhills Family Health Care with convenient locations in Bassett, Stewart, and Atkinson.
Whether to or from the ball game, call timeout at Scott's Place in Bassett for a tank of Conoco regular, super, or diesel fuel. Bases, loaded pizza, deli sandwiches, your favorite pop or beer. Scott's Place Conoco at the junction of Highway 20 and 183 has videos, Nebraska Lottery, and Powerball, too.
Doing what's right yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Investing in our local communities is not a one-and-done project. At GJW LLC and Sandhills Elite Genetics, they take their responsibility to produce safe food seriously, doing their best for people, pigs, and producers.
And we welcome you back here to Rock County High School to an offensive explosion for 24 minutes here as the Plainview Pirates at 2-1 lead the 0-3 North Central Knights 56-18. And we're going to spend a majority of our Tri-County Bank halftime show on the scoring summary that we'll start with now, as we took all of a minute 45 to get into the end zone for the first time tonight. That's one of the longer drives. Play-wise, 17-yard Tanner Fromm run started the scoring. Fromm added the 2-point run, 8-0 on a 43-yard Plainview drive to start the game. Then after getting a stop on the Knights, Plainview takes over, goes 58 yards, scoring on a 10-yard touchdown pass from Tanner Fromm to Brendan Weber. The 2-point run failed, 14-0 was the score. Pirates then tack on another one with 2:21 to go in the first. 28-yard touchdown pass from Fromm to Spencer Hilly. The 2-point pass failed. It was 20-0 Pirates at that point on a 60-yard drive. Knights get on the board after a 50-yard catch and run by Gavin Pruitt. Bo Wiebelhaus punches it in from there. A 1-yard plunge for the senior. Bo gets on the board with a score. The 2-point run failed. It was 20-6 on a 65-yard North Central drive. We weren't done with scoring yet in the first quarter. Minute 3 remaining. A 47-yard drive and not very many plays. 19-yard touchdown pass from Fromm to Carter Lingenfelter, his third touchdown pass, all to different receivers in the first quarter. Medina added the 2-point run, made it 28-6. That's where we were at the end of one. The Pirates got the ball back at 11:40 to go in the half. Score on a 39-yard touchdown pass in one play from Tanner Fromm to Brendan Weber, his second touchdown catch of the half. Medina added the 2-point run. That made it 36-6. Knights took all of 18 seconds to respond as we had back-to-back one-play touchdown drives. 11:22 to go, 18 seconds off the clock, 46-yard touchdown strike from Zach Swanson to Branson Anderson. The run failed for 2, 36-12. Then it was all of 42 seconds later, with 10:40 to go, a 39-yard touchdown run by Tanner Fromm, his second touchdown run of the half. And the 2-point run failed, made it 42-12. That was all of 2 plays for a score. And then the Pirates get a stop on downs and get the football back, score with 4:35 to go in the half. A 25-yard touchdown from Fromm to Spencer Hilly. Medina added the 2-point run, 50-12 at that point. And the Knights, a one-play strike. 66-yard touchdown pass from Zach Swanson to Dylan Benamerito. And the Knights get on the board again, missed on the 2-point try, made it 50-18 with 4:18 to go on the half. And Plainview adds its 8th touchdown of the half, all from number 4, 3 on the ground, 5 through the air. Tanner Fromm from 1 yard out scores on a run. The 2-point pass failed. Major score 56-18 at the half. How about a combined 27 first downs in the first half? 18 from Plainview, 9 first downs for North Central in the first half. No turnovers. That is our scoring summary, and it's our halftime show brought to you by the Tri-County Bank. Well, whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance, go local for your home needs. The Tri-County Bank Home Mortgage Team will help get you into the home of your dreams because they aren't just your lenders, they're your neighbors. So stop by the Tri-County Bank, conveniently located with branches in Stewart, Atkinson, Bassett, O'Neill. Visit tcbhomemortgage.com. The Tri-County Bank, building your future together. They are member FDIC and are an equal housing lender. We'll take a break, come back with a bundle of first-half statistics and get our keys to the second half. Bring back Mr. Camp to talk about what he saw in the first half and get our keys to the second half as part of our halftime show. 56-18, Plainview leading the North Central Knights. High school football Thursday night on KBRB.
Terps Automotive, located on Main Street in Bassett, is a proud Napa Auto Parts dealer. Your Napa Auto Parts store is where you get the good stuff for all your vehicles, from repairs to accessories. Terps Automotive in Bassett.
Shop more, pay less at G&V's Market. They always help you stay ahead of your budget by offering the finest quality and great value. Make sure to check out this week's sales flyer. For the best service, selection, and savings, shop locally owned G&V's Market in Bassett.
A profitable livestock operation depends on the health quality of your herd. Kickoff Vet Service, Dr. Angie Painter, Springview, specializes in reproduction ultrasound of cattle and horses. For health care of large and small animals, contact Dr. Angie Painter of Kickoff Vet Service, Springview, 402-497-3574.
For proven, dependable, efficient, and long-lasting diesel power units, visit with the friendly folks at Northern Plains Supply. They're your Isuzu dealer in this area. That's Northern Plains Supply of Bassett.
Lewis Nursery of Springview offers north central Nebraska customers a wide variety of flowers and vegetables. Lewis Nursery, located along East Highway 183 in Springview. David appreciated your patronage this past season, and when it's time to plant your garden in the spring, remember Lewis Nursery of Springview.
We are back here at the half to Bassett, Nebraska, Rock County High School, where Plainview at 2-1 on the year leads North Central 56-18 at the break, and Steve Camp 658 yards of total offense in the first half. There's a stat.
That's amazing. That is a lot of going up and down the football field, Greg.
That adds with a total of 11 touchdowns in the first half and 658 yards of total offense. As we take a look at it, we'll start with the Plainview Pirates. 8 touchdowns accounted for by Tanner Fromm, the senior quarterback. He went, I would call it a decent, 13 for 14, passing the football in the first half for 271 yards and 5 TDs. Somebody put a Georgia Southern jersey on that young man, right? Mr. Van Dries, is that about right for his stats?
I believe so.
13 for 14, 271 yards and 5 touchdowns for Tanner Fromm in that first half. 5 catches for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns for Brendan Weber in the first half. 3 catches for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns for Spencer Hilly. 2 catches for 49 yards and a touchdown for Carter Lingenfelter. 2 catches for 28 yards for Reese Fromm, and 1 grab for 13 yards for Leighton Medina. Hit 5 different receivers and missed 1 pass that was into the end zone that was knocked down by the Knights on the final scoring drive by Plainview. Running the football, 14 carries for 115 yards, as Fromm 8 carries for 96 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half on the ground. Touchdown runs of 17, 39, and 1. 5 carries for 19 yards for Leighton Medina, and 1 carry for no gain, Carter Lingenfelter. Total of 28 plays, 386 yards of offense in the first half for the Plainview Pirates, including 18 first downs. They were penalized 4 times for 25 yards. How about Zach Swanson in the first half? 8 for 11 throwing the football, 198 yards. Zach has more yards in the first half of this game than he had through the first 3 games combined, including touchdowns of 46 yards to Branson Anderson and 66 yards to Dylan Benamarito, a 50-yard strike to Gavin Pruitt that set up a 1-yard score, and a 27-yard completion at the end of the half to Jackson Kozad. 3 catches for 49 yards for Anderson in the touchdown, 2 catches, 72 yards for Benamarito, 2 catches for 50 yards for Gavin Pruitt, and a catch for 27 yards for Jackson Kozad. Knights 22 rushes in the first half for 74 yards, 15 carries for 74 yards for Gavin Pruitt, 3 carries for 3 yards for Bo Wiebelhaus, including a 1-yard touchdown, 1 carry for 1 yard for Branson Anderson, 3 carries for a loss of 4 yards for Zach Swanson. North Central, 33 plays, 272 yards of offense. Steve, that from a team that's only been averaging about 100 yards or so of offense per game this season. Been shut out their last 2 weeks. Tell you what, you want to talk about a team making some strides defensively, and this is offensively, and this is against a pretty solid Plainview team. 272 yards of offense, 3 scores, almost 200 passing yards for North Central. And Ryan Ritchie found something with his sophomore quarterback. When
Yeah.
you give him time to throw, he throws a nice ball.
Yeah, Greg, we talked about how efficient Fromm was, but 8 for 11 for Zach Swanson, that's pretty efficient in itself. I did get an update before. I need to throw this in, the girls volleyball.
I was just trying to find that. My scorekeeper hadn't been doing a very good job over here.
Well, all you had to do was
Ask
me.
the right guy.
Girls volleyball. They dropped the first 2 sets, come back and win the next 3 consecutive for the victory at Elkhorn Valley.
That's an Elkhorn Valley team that's playing good volleyball as well. So there you go. This guy had 1 set anyway. So, all right, three sets straight for North Central to fight back from down 0-2 to get the win over Elkhorn Valley. That's a team, I believe Elkhorn Valley was like 8-3 or something like that going into that match tonight against North Central on the volleyball court. Well, that's a look at your statistics. It's time now for our Keys to the Second Half. Keys to the Second Half brought to you by Ainsworth Motors. If you're feeling a little power hungry, check out the inventory lineup today at your Best in the West Ford store. Ainsworth Motors on East Highway 20 in Ainsworth. They have brand new, previously owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers, and they're your authorized area dealer for Aaron's Mowers, Chisholm Trail Bale Beds, tires, of course, great service and repair shop, financing and incentive options always available to qualified buyers. Ainsworth Motors, see why the difference is the dealer. Stop in, talk to Brett and Company for a new vehicle or one that's previously owned and new to you at Ainsworth Motors. Well, Steve, your keys to the second half. We're going to start with a running clock and a 36-point game. So if you're North Central, it's to just try to build on that really nice and positive first half you had offensively?
At halftime, go in, rewind the tape, and watch the first half and say, boys, go out and do in the second half what we did in the first half. In all seriousness, I think continue to give Mr. Swanson time. Let him make something happen. Zach proved to us in that first half that, you know what, let me get open. Receivers keep running down the field, I'll find you. Zach has a nice arm, throws a very accurate ball. Dylan Benamarito, nice speed in the secondary. We noticed him flare open a couple times. Gavin Pruitt, hey, that kid ran hard in the first half. He got the edge a few times. He had some nice shifty moves, bouncing it to the outside, gaining extra yards. Stay ahead of the chains and try to keep the ball in your hands. Those quick strikes are all fine and dandy, but you know what? Just try to. You're not going to get it all back at once.
Steve, last week against Riverside, we just didn't see Zach able to even plant his feet and look for receivers. He was harassed immediately. Now, Plainview's gone the opposite way. They've really at times only rushed 2 and have tried to drop 6 into coverage. And when he's had time, Zach has stepped up into the pocket and has found receivers who have maybe broken off their routes and kept running, found their quarterback and just gotten themselves open. And Zach's found them and found them accurately. How about 8 for 11 for 198 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half?
Yeah, exactly. When Plainview only rushes 2, they're dropping 6, and what they're doing is they're dropping 6 into zone coverage, and the corners and the defensive backs are having a little trouble picking up on that, especially when North Central floods the secondary with the receivers. Sometimes you see 3 and 4 receivers out there, so they're having a little trouble with that. I would guess. Coach Schmidt might have taken a look at that and said, you know what, we're going to go to a little more press coverage on the corners, maybe get in the face of those receivers,
or maybe bring some more pressure on.
I would be inclined to see him maybe trying to bring a little more blitz. I think if he does, he'll try to blitz from the outside because those big gentlemen in the middle for Plainview, they clog everything up. So if you blitz from the outside, you funnel everything to the middle rather than letting Zach use his feet to get to the outside. So,
well, when you're Plainview, you want to make sure you get through this game healthy. They lost Caden Ickler, their starting tight end and linebacker, right away in the first play or two. And up 36, I think that's your goal. I don't know how much we'll see Mr. Fromm here in this second half, but an 8-touchdown first half. The last thing you want to see is him have get a freak ankle or knee or have something happen to where he gets banged up and you lose such an important piece. So I would expect that you may see him to start the third quarter, but if they maintain this running clock, that you won't see Tanner out there for a whole lot this second half.
They have a lot of nice skill players. You take a look at Hilly, Medina, Fromm,
Weber.
Yeah, those are some serious skill players with some serious ability.
That is a look at your keys to the second half, brought to you by Ainsworth Motors. We are about ready for the second half of football, and boy, with the sun down now, it is an absolutely gorgeous early fall, late summer evening here at Rock County High School as we get set for the second 24 minutes here. Yes, I know we've been in for about 2 hours on our broadcast, going on about an hour and 45 minutes on the air, and we're ready for the second half of football here, and it will be a running clock to start, but North Central does get the football, and Steve, if the Knights go down and score, then you go back under that 35-point threshold, and we'll go back to regular clock operation.
Yep, and that's, the Knights are just going to look to continue to build on what they did in the first half. Did a lot of good things in the first half. I'll be very interested to see and listen to Coach Ritchie's post-game talk about, some of the positive things he saw, and as a coaching staff and as a collective group, they have to be pleased with how they've performed tonight.
The white-clad Plainview Pirates with the red numbers, sleeves, and helmets will kick off going from north to south, right to left, as we call it here in the second half. The black-clad North Central Knights with the white numbers and letters and the black helmets. The kick comes down to Gavin Pruitt. He finds a little room straight up the middle, and he's going to get it past the 25-yard line to about the 28 before he is wrestled down by Leighton Medina. And we'll have a running clock here to start the second half, but the Knights will go to work offensively. Put up 3 touchdowns in the first half, 2 from Swanson throwing the football, a 1-yard TD run by Bo Weebelhaus. And at 56-18, North Central will go back to work after 272 yards of offense in the first half and a combined for the two teams 658 yards of offense. We caught a lot of high school football. That's a pace for 1,300 yards of offense.
Well, we very well could get to 1,000
easily. If this running clock stays, probably won't be the case. But if not, as Swanson back to throw, has time. They only bring 2. Scrambling around in the backfield, rolls to his right. He's got a man open if he sees him. And Anderson down the sideline, picked, nearly intercepted by Weber. Broke late. Zach was just a little late. Finding Anderson down the sideline. Anderson had his hand up in the air calling for the football, but it allowed Weber to recover from that safety spot and get over there and nearly came up with the pick.
Branson was wide open at the 35-yard line. Ended up going up the field
so
about
30,
18 yards, about 15 to 18 yards. If he could have gotten him the ball just a little earlier, Branson had room in the open field to work.
Weber covered a lot of ground to close on that ball. If that ball comes out a little earlier and he sees him just a split second sooner, that's probably a big play in the passing game for the Knights. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. But again, Plainview not getting any pressure on Swanson. From the shotgun, he'll turn, hand to Pruitt, trying to work to his left, tries to bounce it, gets by 1. He's around the corner and shoved out of bounds. Boy, Gavin's got that second gear, and he has been making that first defender miss just about every time. They will mark him out of bounds, where? At the 29. So only a gain of 1 as he tried to turn the corner. It'll set up 3rd and 9.
When he's able to turn the corner and square his shoulders, the young man has some speed.
So we've already seen more than 2 minutes melt off the clock. We had about 6 touchdowns in that amount of time.
And 300 yards.
Half, between the 2-minute mark of the first quarter and the 10-minute mark of the second quarter. In about 4 minutes of game clock, we had 6 combined touchdowns in this one. 3rd and 9 for the Knights as Swanson goes to the shotgun. Back to throw, no pressure applied. Stands back there, flips it into the flats, and it's short of Pruitt. And on the incomplete pass, the clock will continue to run. And we'll see what the Knights do on 4th and 9 at their own 30-yard line.
It's good coverage downfield by the Pirates. Zach had to check it down and go to his underneath man and just couldn't convert it.
So 4th and 9 here for North Central. The clock winds. We'll go under 9 minutes on this play as the Knights do look like they'll go into punt formation with Bo Weebelhaus. And it will be, is it Weber back there to receive? It's Hilly. Yep, Hilly. It is Hilly back there to receive this
and that young man has some wheels.
Weebelhaus gets away. Nice. High spiraling punt comes down at the 19-yard line. Hilly brings it to the left. Nice open field tackle. It's Gavin Pruitt. Hope the official's okay. Got knocked over. Good job, Branson Anderson, helping him to his feet. Got knocked over there was Mr. Pebble along the side. So return by Hilly out to about the 29-yard line. Good show there from both the Plainview and North Central players immediately. going to assist the official to get back up and check on him, but looks
He'll
like everything's fine.
He'll feel that tomorrow.
8:20 and counting remaining, and now a fast-moving third quarter with this running clock. 56-18 as Tanner Fromm is back out there. 8 touchdowns in the first half, 3 on the ground, 5 in the air. They throw a little swing pass to Weber, and he gets what he can and is taken out of bounds. And it was Branson Anderson out there along with Atwood Albright to knock Weber out of bounds after a gain of about 7.
You know, that was more or less a little screen on the corner there.
So that will set up second and about 3.
That's going to be really close. I think the spot might be right at the first down marker.
Yeah, Medina right up the middle. See where they mark him just shy of midfield. It's going to be very close. They're just going to call it third down.
Yep.
So a gain of 2 for Medina on that run. And it sets up third down for the Pirates, and Fromm
barely
taken down by Wiebelhaus, but a nice tackle from Bo. But I think Fromm's going to dive forward and just pick up enough for that first down. Needed a yard, and that's what he picked up. And Plainview will move the chains for the 19th time in this first half.
Bo had nice penetration into the backfield there to make that tackle.
So it's 1st and 10. Fromm back to throw, flips it on a wide receiver screen to Hilly, sheds a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and there he goes down the sideline. He might break it. He's got Anderson to make that Benamarito to beat, and a nice play by Dillon to bring him down inside the 10-yard line. That's going to go for 32 yards to Hilly on the little wide receiver screen play. And that sets up 1st and goal for Plainview at the 8-yard line in North Central. 20th first down for the Pirates. 6:15 and counting to go here in the third. 56-18, and Plainview knocking on the door again. They're in the West Plains Bank zone as getting ahead, straight ahead for the 8-yard score is Tanner Fromm again. His 4th rushing touchdown to go along with 5 passing touchdowns, and they make quick work in the West Plains Bank Zone. We haven't talked about the West Plains Bank Zone very much because all the touchdown plays have gone from a long way out.
Yeah, they haven't been much in that zone.
Right.
That's for sure.
There have not been many plays run inside either 15-yard line. The touchdown plays have all been long. They flip it out on the 2-point try, and that one is good.
Boy, and Jackson Halleck just about got one of his paws on that. He threw the hand in the air, but just couldn't quite knock it down.
Reese Fromm on the 2-point conversion, 64-18 on the Tri-County Bank scoreboard with 6:07 to go in the third.
Your first choice for exceptional care is Rangeland Rehab with locations in Ainsworth and Bassett. Physical therapist Brian Doak, along with professional staff, are trained on many techniques to help improve mobility and decrease pain. For appointments, call 402-387-1600. When you have construction needs of any type, contact Dave Knitzel of Town & Country Construction in Bassett. Hard work, honesty, and integrity are all trademarks of Town & Country Construction of Bassett. Proud supporter of the North Central Knights.
Big thanks to crew, Dave and Company, Town & Country Construction, bringing the broadcast tonight, and all of our North Central sportscasters. As we welcome you here to Rock County High School, Greg Kinsey, Steve Camp. It's been a kind of an exciting game here, 64-18. It is Plainview on its way to 3-1, but it's been a fun ball game. 650-plus yards of offense in the first half. So we won't get there in the second half with a running clock, but the kick away to North Central is a low-line drive. It's going to take a North Central bounce out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. See what the Knights decide to do, if they want the football at the 25 or if they want to back them up 5 yards and have them kick again. I would say the way North Central's been returning it, you back them up 5 yards and have them kick back to you again, but maybe not. See what they're going to do. They're going to make them kick again. I believe they are not. They're going to mark it at the 25.
Ball will be on the 25-yard line.
So North Central will take over 64-18. Plainview with the lead. The Pirates next week, taking a look at their schedule, will be home to a 2-1 Neely Oakdale team here in district play. That could be a good ball game. The Knights will be on the road at Lutheran High Northeast, and that's a game we will bring you next week on KBRB from Norfolk. Knights take over. Swanson from the shotgun has a back flanking him. The snap low. Swanson gets to it. Now he's just going to flip it out of bounds. Good, smart play by Swanson there as they've changed that illegal grounding rule, intentional grounding rule, to benefit the quarterbacks and allow them to do just that. So Swanson throws it away after the snap was low and bounced past him. So that will set up 2nd and 10. The clock, though, running.
Looks like we have a few new players in across the front line for Plainview. Number 77, Harrison Thor, a sophomore, 230-pound defensive lineman. Looks like maybe, is that 89 in the middle there?
Isaac Carter, 310-pound sophomore.
310-pound sophomore.
They're growing big in Plainview.
Holy mackerel, they must have a hot lunch program.
Swanson will hand it to Pruitt. Pruitt, a stiff arm, gets around the corner, and there he goes down the sideline. Gavin Pruitt. Oh, no, they call him out of bounds. Oh, they say he stepped out of bounds. Where are they going to mark it? At the 38, thought Pruitt was taking it to the house. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. So he'll get 14 yards and a first down, but he had designs on the end zone there, did Gavin. And instead, it's a first down, fresh set of downs for the Knights at the 39. Some of a mixture of starters and backups in there for Plainview. You do see Fromm out now. Hilly is out. Weber is out.
And at this point, that's just a smart coaching move. That's a smart coaching move.
Some of the younger kids get developed.
Get them play time.
Swanson will go under center with the backs in the eye. They'll pitch to Pruitt, working left, gets a block from Weeblehouse, cuts it up inside. There he goes. And Pruitt's down the sideline. He's going to be brought down to save a touchdown by Reese Fromm. But another good run for Gavin Pruitt from the 39 of the Knights. He'll take it inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. That'll go for 28 yards for Gavin, and the Knights are right back in the West Plains Bank zone at the 13-yard line of Plainview. 3:56 and counting to go in the third.
Out in the open field, he is shifty.
He turns on
fast.
Another gear when he gets around that corner.
Absolutely.
Gavin's showing some speed. First down for the Knights at the 13-yard line of the Pirates. They'll hand it to Weeblehouse straight ahead. Sees part for him, fighting his way forward into the end zone. Nice. 14-yard plunge for Bo Weeblehouse. And the Knights will call it a 13-yard touchdown, and Bo has his second touchdown run of the game. Bo gets in from 13 out, and the Knights, a nice drive there to get on the board again, 64-24 with 3:36 to go here in quarter number 3. How about this, Steve? We have had all these touchdowns, and there has not been a single turnover on either team as the Knights will pitch it to Pruitt. Working inside, nice takedown there by Corbin Clement, the sophomore, to stop Pruitt shy of the line to gain. But a 13-yard run for Bo Weeblehouse, his second touchdown of the ball game. And the Knights get on the board one more time, 64-24 with 3:36 to play in the third quarter.
SB Auto Center in Springview handles all automotive repairs from minor to major. Does tire repair, has an on-location tire truck and 24-hour wrecker service. Does custom exhaust pipe bending, makes hydraulic and AC hoses. That's Hesby Auto Center, a block west and a half south of the flashing light in Springview.
For independent grain marketing, contact Pride Grain, located on Highway 20 between Long Pine and Bassett. Pride Grain has a variety of marketing tools available to meet your individual marketing plan. Contact Pride Grain, a supporter of local athletics.
Still 3:36 remaining in quarter number 3 here from Rock County, and we're close to eclipsing the 100-point mark. We're at 88 combined points now, 64-24. It's a 40-point advantage for Plainview. The Knights score for the 4th time, and they are set to kick it off to the Pirates. Swanson will get ready to kick it away. End-over-end kick is going to come down at the 9-yard line to Weber. Weber brings it up the right side, fights his way through traffic. Flag comes down. He's taken down at about the 37-yard line. Flag resting at about 27. Might be a hold or a block in the back against Plainview. It's in that area. There was a mass of humanity there in the middle over there on that side of the field as he got past the 25.
Yeah, and I think there were 6 or 7 Knights that were on top of Weber as he was still motoring up that sideline.
It is a hold call against Plainview. So from the 27-yard line, they will mark that back. And that'll negate a pretty good return by Weber. First penalty of the second half. It is the 5th of the game against Plainview that have been accepted for 35 yards. Knights have only been penalized twice for 10 yards. It is 64-24, a 40-point lead for the Plainview Pirates as Fromm out there will go to the shotgun. He'll hand it to, no, he'll keep it on the zone read, runs over the official, and he's hit.
That's not Fromm. That's number.
Oh, that is not Fromm.
No,
that is Lingenfelter there at the quarterback spot.
Yeah, looks like we have a few new bodies out there.
Yeah, I didn't. It looked like.
And you know, Greg, we talk about that in these types of games when the outcome of the game is inevitable. I mean, it's obvious, but. Those young kids who have practiced all week, they deserve to play just as much as everybody else. They're a vital part of their team.
They'll hand it off on the zone read this time. Medina's still out there, and he churns his way forward out near the 30 before he's taken down by Bo Wiebelhaus and Dooley Caulfield. We've called Dooley's name quite a few times in this one from that defensive line spot.
Yeah, he's done a nice job.
Pick up a 3 for Medina, and it'll set up another first down for the Pirates. That is their 21st first down. North Central has a dozen. And it will be Plainview football, minute 38 here in quarter number 3, 64-24. Tomorrow afternoon, a 2 o'clock kick. Stewart and Brady from Stewart Park, 6-man football. Then tomorrow night on AM 14, 106.3 in the web, it will be Ainsworth at homecoming, trying to go to 4-0. As they will take on Niobrara Verdigris. There's a run straight ahead by Lingenfelter, the backup quarterback. Looks like maybe Tanner Fromm's day is done with 5 passing touchdowns and 4 rushing touchdowns. Boy, the Fromms may want a copy of this broadcast after that showing tonight.
He sure called those names a lot. They're very nice football players.
3 yards on the gain for Lingenfelter. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter, 64-24. They will hand it straight ahead and having his legs taken out from under him. Medina, good play by the Knights in there. I want to say that was Atwood Albright coming in to make the stop. 15. Atwood's seeing some playing time with senior Tate Miller out from that linebacker spot. We're getting a lot of Atwood Albright in there, the freshman.
And Atwood, they've picked on him tonight with Hilly out there for a little while. And I noticed the Knights have made an adjustment now. They have Gavin Pruitt, a little more speed out there on Hilly, and they've moved Atwood into the linebacker position.
So 3rd and about 4 for Lingenfelter and company. He bobbles the snap and has to fall on it back inside the 35-yard line. So Lingenfelter will lose about 3 yards, and it'll set up 4th and 7. And let's see what Coach Schmidt decides to do. We'll see if Plainview has a punter. We have not seen anybody line up in punt formation for Plainview in this game, but they'll have the quarter break to decide as the third quarter comes to a close. Each team puts up a touchdown in that frame. Plainview outscores North Central 8-6, and it is 64-24 heading into the final 12 minutes of football from Rock County. That's your Tri-County Bank scoreboard on KBRB.
Tradition runs deep at the 5th-generation Smith Angus Ranch. Kent and Cameron are dedicated to providing top-quality genetics to maximize their customers' profitability. Annual bull sale at the ranch south of Bassett, the 4th Friday of March. Check out their website at smithangus.com. Take control of tax season with the trusted local professionals at Best Books and More in Springview. Personal, business, and agricultural services available, and much more. Call the local experts at Best Books and More, 402-497-2724.
West Plains Bank of Ainsworth and Springview values each customer. They strive to offer you the financial products and services to help you accomplish your life's goals. West Plains Bank, Ainsworth and Springview, member FDIC.
Back here to Bassett, Nebraska for the final 12 minutes. Greg Kinsey, Steve Camp with you on FM 92, KBRB.net, and on the Rock County High School video feed of this ball game. And there is an actual punt from Plainview. It looks like it was going to roll inside the 10-yard line. I just want to get the punter's name on the radio. That was Lingenfelter with the punt, I believe.
Carter Lingenfelter.
So Plainview does indeed have a punter. They have not had to punt tonight until that play right there. So the Knights will take over. I think it surprised the Knights. They're like, oh, they are going to punt it. So the Knights will take over at the 6-yard line. Nice punt from Lingenfelter, actually. Probably call it the 7 is where they will mark it. Clock winds here in this fourth quarter. 64-24, a 40-point ball game for the Plainview Pirates on their way to a 3-1 mark through the first half of the season. You hope for Plainview that Caden Ickler, the sophomore starting tight end linebacker, is okay. He's had an ice pack on his left leg on the bench the entirety of this one. Swanson will go from the shotgun. They'll bring Anderson in motion, hand it to him on the jet sweep. Branson cuts it upfield, gets what he can. Good job by Lingenfelter in there on the stop, along with Medina. So Anderson will get a couple yards on first down.
Tell you what, Branson is not afraid to stick his nose in there. He took on those two would-be tacklers, and there was no place for him to go except forward. So
smart play, got what he could. There's no point trying to bounce it out and lose
Nope.
yards. Just stick your foot in the ground and just take on the tacklers and get what you can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're right. Smart play on the jet sweep. Swanson under center on 2nd and 8. Backs are in the eye. They will hand it to Wiebelhaus straight ahead. Not much there for Bo as he fights his way past the 10 to about the 12-yard line. Maybe a gain of 3, and it'll set up 3rd and 5 for the Knights. Bo with 2 rushing touchdowns in this one. 10.5 minutes to play. Tomorrow it's a 6-man game in the afternoon on 92.7 on the web. Coach's Corner with Coach Colin Sherman around the 1:40 mark, and then we'll be live at Stewart Park for 6-man football between Stewart and Brady. And then tomorrow night on AM 14, FM 106.3 in the web, Cody Gucci will have the call for the Ainsworth Bulldogs as they try to get to 4-0 on homecoming night. They'll take on Niobrara Verdigris. Pruitt bounces the outside, now cuts it into the middle. Nice run for Gavin. He's taken out by Lingenfelter, but not until he picks up a first down out past the 20 to the 24-yard line. 12 more for Gavin Pruitt, and he is well over 100 yards now on the ground at 74 at halftime on 15 carries. He's had 4 carries for over 50 yards here in half number 2.
You know, Greg, there's some things happening in this game that I really like from a sportsmanship. There's nothing.
Nope.
You haven't seen a lot of flags. There's no unsportsmanlike. There's no personal fouls.
People helping each other up.
People helping each other up. I see each other giving each other 5. You know,
pat on the shoulder.
That's the way it should be. Kids playing a game.
Back to throw Swanson, looking deep. He's got a man.
Whoa,
Plays it in there
again.
No, that's Anderson.
Oh, that's Branson Anderson.
The 30 down to about the 20-yard line, and that will go from the 24 to the 22. That's 34 yards on the pitch and catch to Branson Anderson.
Boy, I got all excited
Oh,
on that one.
you sure did. You walked all over me on that one.
Greg, that ball was in the air for a long time. I wanted to reach out the window and grab it. I thought it was coming up here.
You know, people at home don't know what. Oh!
Yeah, okay.
First down at the 22-yard line.
This is the part where I go silent.
Swanson takes a handoff, gets it to Pruitt. Pruitt to the outside. He's got the first down. He's got a shed tackle, and he's in for 6.
Oh, that was a nice run.
And we will go 22 yards, and we're back to normal clock operation with
what a nice
8:34 to go. How about that? 22-yard touchdown run for Gavin Pruitt, and another nice drive for the North Central Knights. It's kind of a mixture of first-teamers and subs out there for Plainview, but still nice mix of the run and the pass, and Zach Swanson finds another strike, 34 yards. He's well over 200 yards passing now, and Pruitt gets his first touchdown. He's on his way to a 150-yard night, and Pruitt takes it in for 2, and the Knights are over 30 points. This is by far, in fact, the Knights have now scored twice as many points in this game as they have the entire season. The Knights, remember, have scored 14 points on the entire season. They've put up 32 in this one. They're still getting doubled up by Plainview, 64-32, but really some signs from the North Central Knights of big improvement, especially on the offensive side here tonight.
Your irrigation system needs are met locally by Perfect Valley Irrigation of Bassett. Perfect Valley is your Valley Center Pivot dealer. They don't just sell you a Valley system. They give you the service you have come to expect from Perfect Valley Bassett.
Meals come together with ease and freshness when you shop at Homeland Grocery in Springview. Save money on low prices every day on lean cuts of meat, the freshest produce, plus select quality dairy. Canned and boxed goods for your family at your locally owned Homeland Grocery in Springview, proud to support the North Central Knights.
Circle B Livestock of Bassett offers a complete line of livestock needs, from feed to pharmaceuticals to livestock handling equipment. Make one stop for all your farm and ranch needs. Stop at Circle B Livestock. They are the livestock producer's friend in Bassett.
Well, the lead now 32 for Plainview, so we'll see the clock go back to regular operation now with 8:34 to play in the fourth. North Central has put up 5 touchdowns in this one. That one a 22-yarder by Gavin Pruitt after the 34-yard pitch and catch from Zach Swanson to Branson Anderson. Little squib kick over the middle will be fielded right there at the 25-yard line by one of the upbacks for the Pirates. That looked like it was Reese Fromm on the recovery on the squib kick. So Plainview will take over. We will most likely see Lingenfelter back at quarterback. Still have Medina in the backfield. Remember, Plainview was without Jackson King, nearly 100-yard per game rusher through the first 3 from that tailback spot. The sophomore, he was in street clothes in this one. They lost tight end linebacker Caden Ickler on one of the first plays of the game, and now we've got a whistle and a timeout taken by North Central as Coach Ritchie's bringing some additional players into the game. We're seeing Cade Wiest, a freshman out there, some others that are going to come in for the Knights, but we'll take a quick timeout with 8:33 to go in the ball game. 64-32, Plainview on top of North Central.
From concept to completion, Halleck Construction, Scott Halleck, specializes in steel buildings, custom-built homes, additions, kitchens and bathrooms, drywall, window replacement, siding, and more. When it's time for improvements, call on Halleck Construction of Springview.
Do you know who the biggest North Central Knight fans are? Well, it's the gals at the Springview Herald, that's who. Subscribe today for one low cost and catch up on all things North Central Knights, plus so much more. The Springview Herald, proud supporter of the North Central Knights.
The Whistle Stop offers floral arrangements and gift items for any occasion. Fresh flowers and silks, plants, bouquets, sprays, and arrangements. Let the Whistle Stop in Bassett make it a memorable occasion with one of their unique creations.
Well, after the timeout, it is Plainview football as we get set for play from the 25-yard line. Lingenfelter will roll to his right, throws one over the middle. That is through the hands of intended receiver Reese Fromm, and that'll set up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Clock stopped now in a 32-point game.
Looks like the Knights have some new personnel out there. I see Shane Munger out there, number 22.
Yep, that is correct. Cade Wiest, as we mentioned,
Cade
in the left
Wiest.
defensive end spot.
Correct.
In kind of a mixture of starters and backups. Lingenfelter will turn, hand it to Medina. He is bottled up, and they've got several hands on him. He's going to get taken down just after a short gain. That was Chase Gowicki in there grabbing hold of him initially. Several others came to help. That'll be a gain of about 2 for Medina and set up 3rd and 8.
It's like Jackson Kozad's out there on the corner also. Maybe you called his name before, but he's out there.
Called his name on a catch to end the first half on the offensive side.
Yeah.
Also, Atwood Albright again still out there. Again, he's playing in place of the injured Tate Miller. Again, Hunter Craven also out after injuring himself last week. There's a ball tipped around and nearly intercepted. It went off the hands of Hilly. It was a little bit behind him.
I thought
on the throw from Lingenfelter.
Shane Munger was going to get his fingers on that one.
He dove after it as it caromed around there. And now we'll see 4th down. Clock stops, 7:48 to go, 64-32. And see what Plainview decides to do here. The Knights are anticipating a punt. They send Pruitt back just from a deep shotgun. It will be a little pooch punt from Lingenfelter. This one drives Pruitt back to the 15. Gavin settles under it, tries to break outside. Good open field tackle for Spencer Hilly. Right about the 16. That's tough to do. Gavin Pruitt's proved he's been pretty shifty tonight and making that first guy miss, but Hilly didn't buy it.
No, it came down the field, broke his stance down, and let Pruitt come to him. Really nice play by Hilly.
So it looks like Fromm's night will be over. He went 15 for 16 for over 300 yards in this game. 5 passing touchdowns and 4 rushing touchdowns for the senior. Knights will take over at their 16-yard line, 7:39 to go. 64-32 is your score, and the Knights go back to work. See, for North Central, Cade Weist out there at an offensive line spot. Munger is out there, maybe at one of the ends. We see Cole Otten out there.
Chase Kawicki.
Yep. Looking for the quarterback. Is it Zach Wiebelhaus that's taking the snaps?
I believe it might be. Is that number
24? Yeah, taking the. Oh, we got a fumble on the handoff. That's going to be our first turnover, as it will be the big fella recovering the fumble for Plainview. That was Xander Albin, the sophomore, that recovers the fumble. And the Knights lose a couple yards and then turn it over there on the missed handoff. That is our game's first turnover, so Plainview will take over at the 15-yard line. First down, Lingenfelter and company back to work. They will swing it out in the flats to Weber. Weber makes a man miss at the 10, still on his feet, 5, and he stiff arms a player into the end zone. 15-yard touchdown for Plainview, as that is the third touchdown catch for Brendan Weber. First touchdown throw for Carter Lingenfelter. Sixth touchdown through the air for Plainview comes with 7:27 to go, and now Plainview has hit 70 on the offensive side, so they cash in the turnover. They'll hand it to Medina straight ahead. He is taken backward by Gavin Pruitt, so the two-point try will fail. But Plainview adds another one, 70-32, a one-play touchdown pass following the first turnover of the ball game on a missed handoff from the backups by the Knights. So Plainview on top, 70-32. We'll be back with more on KBRB in a moment.
Buying or selling livestock is made much easier when you buy and sell with Bassett Livestock Auction. Remember, sale day is each Wednesday, so make plans to attend or call to consign your livestock. Bassett Livestock Auction. Bassett.
Stretch your hay supply with Brad Fox Grinding. Grinding hay is one of the most efficient ways to feed hay or other forages to livestock. Brad Fox provides on-site forage and grain grinding service to those who wish to make the most efficient, economical use of their available feedstuffs. Call Brad Fox today to schedule a time to stop and grind. For reliable, dependable hay grinding service, call on Brad Fox Grinding of O'Neill. Phone 402-340-4038.
Tires you deserve from people you can trust. At Rock County Tire, their sales and service team go above and beyond to help you with your tire needs. For complete tire service from start to finish, call on Rock County Tire in Bassett. Phone 402-684-2200.
Well, again, from Tilden tonight, the North Central volleyball team in action. Knights lose the first two sets to the Falcons, come back, win sets 3, 4, and 5 as North Central fights from behind, down 2 sets to a good Elkhorn Valley team and pick up the win. It will be a kick away, and coming down at about the 10-yard line, picked up by the Knights and swallowed up right there is the returner, Atwood Albright. And that looked like it was Hilly in there to make the stop. So the Knights will take over at the 10-yard line. Looks like the Knights dropped the first two, 28-26, 25-13. Came back one set 3, 25-19, set 4, 25-22, 15-10 in the fifth. North Central, the 5-set win over Elkhorn Valley.
That's a nice win for those girls.
72-30 here, under 7 minutes to play. Knights will go back to work offensively with the second unit out there. It is Wiebelhaus at center, takes the snap, gets the handoff away, and that was Atwood Albright.
It's a good hard run by Atwood Albright.
For about, what did he pick up? About 3 yards on first down.
Pick up about 3.
So Albright gets his first official carry. Set up second and about 7 for the Knights at the 15-yard line. Under 6.5 remaining. 70-32 is your score. It was Ainsworth sweeping a triangular tonight at home on the volleyball court. 2 sets over both Gordon Rushville and Cody Kilgore. Gordon Rushville beat Cody Kilgore in 2 in the other match of that triangular. They'll hand it to Albright again, cuts it inside. Nice run for Atwood as he's out near a first down before he's brought down on the play by John Lahia. Lahia is a 160-pound sophomore. And he'll pick up Atwood will another 6 yards, and it'll set up 3rd and 1 for the Knights.
He runs hard, Greg.
Yeah, he's a fairly tall kid for a freshman.
And he's running in traffic. He runs hard. I like the way he runs the football. he doesn't hesitate. He's just going upfield.
Well, they got Shane Munger listed out there, 5'4" and 102 pounds. So they got him the helmet and shoulder pads to get him over a buck as he's out there on the near side, wide. And we've got going to have movement on the hard count. Look at the Knights going to the hard count, and they get one of the defensive linemen to jump. Looked like it was Big Isaac Harder being a little hard on himself there after jumping into the neutral zone. The Knights will pick up the first down via the penalty. And the new set of downs for the Knights with 5:17 remaining. See if North Central can punch in one more time here before the clock winds down, as we have gone over that 100-point mark for the ball game. 70-32, 102 total points. We had 658 yards of offense and 74 points in the first half. Much of the second half has been with a running clock that'll limit the number of plays. In fact, we had a total of 61 plays run for 658 yards. Both teams average better than 10 yards per play. How about that for a first half of football? Combined over 10 yards per play every time the ball was snapped.
That's going up and down the field, Greg.
Albright gets the carry, picks up about 2 on that first down run. As the Knights working with the backup unit, the quarterback is freshman Zach Wiebelhaus. Wiebelhaus, 5'10", 150 pounds. Albright, a freshman at 5'10", 140 pounds. Also seeing out there, Jackson Kozad back in as a sophomore. Wide out, he had that 27-yard reception on the final play of the first half. Trying to see, we've got Otten along the line of scrimmage, along with Cade Weist. And I believe Gawicki's still out there.
I believe he is. Isn't that
low snap, ball is loose, and it's covered up by Albright. That'll be a loss back to about the original line of scrimmage. So that is one thing you find when you get the backups in, is sometimes the snaps are a little tough, especially in the shotgun. Good job by Atwood to cover up that loose ball and avoid the Knights' second turnover of the quarter. That fumble on the missed handoff was the only turnover of this ball game.
Yeah, it's been a clean ball game. You know,
you like offense, this has been the spot tonight.
Boy, it's been entertaining, that's for sure.
So 3.5 minutes to go here in our Thursday night football showcase. We'll have a doubleheader day night tomorrow on KBRB. Wiebelhaus from the shotgun. The snap low again past him. He'll pick it up, see if he can't make something out of it. Flips it over the middle. It's over the head of the receiver, nearly intercepted by Medina. Medina can't believe he dropped it, as it'll be incomplete. Nice job by Zach to just get back there, corral the football, avoid a rusher, and at least get it away.
Gather yourself and just get it away. You're right.
He flung that one with all he could over the middle of the field. He overshot his receiver Kozad by about 5 feet over his head and right into the hands of Medina, who dropped it on the ground. So the Knights will punt it away as Wiebelhaus gets an end-over-end punt. Nobody back for Plainview. It'll bounce at the 20, take a North Central bounce, and down at about the 17. 2.5 minutes to go. Plainview will get the backups out there one more time before this one comes to a close. North Central next week will be on the road to Lutheran High Northeast. We will have that one on KBRB next Friday. It looks like I'll make the trip to Norfolk, I suppose. Lutheran High Northeast is 2-1 on the season. Then the Knights home in Kippahaw County to Elkhorn Valley and Neely Oakdale before closing the season on the road at Summerland. I believe we have every North Central night game that's remaining on the schedule on KBRB. I think we have them on the schedule for 7 of the 8 games. The only one we missed was Arcadia Loop City in week 2. Plainview back to work with the lead and the football as they will hand it straight ahead to the backup running back. That is John Lahia on the carry.
Look like Atwood Albright on the tackle.
Yep, gain of about 3 yards on first down. It'll be 2nd and 7. Minute and a half remaining in this one. Plainview next week. We'll have a matchup against 2-1 Neely Oakdale back at home before a road trip to Lutheran High Northeast. So they just play vice versa the next 2 weeks, Lutheran High and Neely Oakdale, the two teams. They'll hand it again to Lahia, and he is drugged down. Nice tackle in there for the Knights. That's Gawicki on the tackle again. Munger came in to help clean it up. And that'll be a gain of about 5 yards, and it'll set up 3rd and about 2. So it's 3rd and 2 for Plainview. We're under a minute to go here. Don't forget our Tri-County Bank into the game summary and Buckles Automotive post-game show. Coming up, we'll get a visit from Coach Ritchie. Big thank you to those from Rock County High School, Ben and company, that make these video feeds possible as we bring the audio of the game onto the video stream of the ball game. As there's a good run for Mejia from the 25. He'll take it to about midfield, 15 more yards and another first down for Plainview. And the Pirates will not have to snap it again. That was their 23rd first down of the game. And so it looks like Plainview can just let the clock wind, and that'll take us to our game final. 70-32 as the final seconds tick away. The Plainview Pirates come on the road, go to 3-1 on the season. We'll drop the Knights through the first half of the season to 0-4. That's your Tri-County Bank game final. Come back with our TCB end of the game summary and more after this timeout on KBRB.
Your Zematic by Lindsay dealer offers replacement parts for any brand of pivot, installation and training, superior service when you need it.
Your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer is Ainsworth Electric Motors, located just 1 mile east of Ainsworth on Highway 20. Call 387-1071.
Get the line you've always dreamed of with K-Line. Daniel and Matt will make sure your line gets exactly the treatments it needs, exactly when it needs them, all season long. Having a beautiful lawn is easy and affordable with K-Line of Bassett. 402-684-3557.
Three River Communications strives to better serve their customers of North Central Nebraska with the latest fiber technology, offering up to 1 gig internet